The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon
on 710 ESPN.
All right, here's Devin. Hey, Devin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Devin.
Sports Graffiti's lit, the lines are lit, Laker fans are lit, LA's lit, ESPN 710's lit, baby. This move right here, what I don't hear people talking about, it's going to extend LeBron James's career, where we're talking about one more good year. I can see us getting 2 or 3 more good years out of LeBron and us hoisting that trophy in that time. I'm out.
All right, he's out. I love his enthusiasm.
He's already the oldest guy in the league.
Everybody's lit, according to him. We're all lit.
Steve Mason and John Ireland tomorrow at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here, KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah.
DeMarco Farr.
You're getting good at that.
I like that.
That's
DeMarco
good.
Farr.
Got to be a little breathy.
I like it. DeMarco Farr. What's happening, brother?
Hanging in there.
Yeah?
Hanging in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hanging in there?
Are you withering away?
I am. I'm
You look skinny.
Yeah, but I don't think that's. I think that's not what I don't know.
Yeah. Share the diet with Luka.
Well,
you keep fat shaming him.
I'm not. I'm just messing with him. Come on.
Luka, here's get whatever's going around, and then just go on the all Coca-Cola diet for about 4 days and see how that works out.
I hope you're brushing your teeth. Okay.
Multiple times a day because, look.
Don't get sick and lose your teeth.
Team Coca-Cola over here. Yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
But it does leave a certain grittiness on your chompers that I like to scrub off.
Got to be sharp and cold. Remember that thing you talked about with beers? It's got to be like super cold.
Oh,
that's how I feel about Coca-Cola.
I meant to send this to you this weekend.
It's got to hurt when you drink it.
I was at the golf course. Here it is. I was at the golf course on Saturday, and the guy at the halfway house, we stop and get a drink or something to eat and all that stuff. This was his cooler setup that he had.
Is that the guy?
This is Abraham.
Look at this. See, I was talking about this.
Yeah.
This is like ritualistic drinking.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
it was set up. It was good to go.
I mean, this is a sacrifice, an altar to beer right here.
Yeah,
I like this.
It speaks to a certain subset of people.
That's how I feel about my Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
If you're going to have it, it's got to be cold,
That's
sharp,
what I got
and
going
hurt.
right
Your
now.
nose has to dang near bleed.
Yeah. I may have that going too. So there you go, Luka. Just drink a bunch of Coca-Cola.
Nice.
You too can look like you have some sort of
and
condition
to Laura's
going
point
on.
about I'm fat. We're all fat. We're fat. But if you looked at Luka, if you didn't see the rest of him just from the neck up, how much do you think he weighs?
275.
Maybe 300.
Yeah.
He could be a left tackle.
He's got a big bucket.
Yeah. If he stops playing, he's one of those dudes that gains weight.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like, look, there's the Kevin Garnett body type,
Yeah.
who the second he stops
Rail
playing,
thin.
he's going to lose weight.
Yes.
And then there's the Charles Barkley body type that the second he stops being super disciplined and really committed to what he's doing,
at it, or it'll get away from
weight's
you.
going to come on like crazy, and Luka fits into category number 2.
Well, that's the cool thing about coming here with LeBron. We said this. LeBron, it's a rumor, it's a myth, it's what have you, but a lot of guys are doing it since LeBron put it out there, how much he spends on his body per year. Now, that's the stuff I think that would rub off or should rub off on Luka.
Hope so.
The basketball stuff, I think he's got.
Clearly the basketball's the basketball's the easy part for him.
Yeah,
right.
Or just maybe advice on this is what we thought when we played you.
You know, I've always thought about this, and I don't know if it's as easy as all that.
What do you mean?
And well, just do it like this, right? Like I used to hear this all the time.
Or the health stuff?
The fitness stuff.
Oh,
because it's not just, well, don't eat this, eat that. It's spend more time on the treadmill. It's not that. What I'm getting at is I'll use one of my all-time favorites in this, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods showed up and was maybe not the only guy out there that was really super fit, but he was one of a very small group.
Yeah.
And he started to smash everybody. And a good chunk of the people said, hey, that guy's super fit. I'm going to get fit too. But Tiger kept getting fitter and fitter and fitter. And then there were guys like Phil Mickelson who have this crazy level of talent.
Oh, yeah.
This unbelievable level of talent that they're kind of able to hang no matter what. And it's like, well, just that gear that pushes Tiger to that next level, that gear that pushes LeBron to the next level, those thinnest slice of guys, that Kobe's another perfect example of this. It's not just that I have this skill set, it's I have this unquenchable thirst to be the best, and it translates to my diet, to my conditioning.
I think Luka's got that.
He's got the skill.
He's only 25.
See, this is where I push back.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes on. I think you either have it or you don't.
But if Ichiro Suzuki, another dude that changed.
He's one of those guys too.
Did we cross over? Was Ichiro playing when I was playing? But I know his
when was your last season?
2001.
Oh, you guys might have just missed.
But I remember.
But you might have crossed over by 1 year.
It was a thing that he put out there about how he feels as an athlete. Take care of your feet, they'll take care of you. It's an old adage, right? But he was the guy that made getting pedicures cool.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the stuff. Just little things like that might rub off.
It might be. Yeah. It might rub off in bits and
like
pieces.
You actually do that, LeBron? Yeah, this is what I do.
It may help for a while, but that idea where, you know what, I'm just going to live my life totally differently than I ever.
No.
That light bulb doesn't go off.
You're still going to be you. Yeah.
He may have his first year was 2001. Ichiro's.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So just barely.
Okay.
But I do think he's going to come out pissed off. And I think that's awesome. I think it is so exciting for what's about to happen with them.
Watching his reaction on the bench was interesting. Seeing
really
Luka
was.
out there, watching him watch LeBron and the smiles and how they played. The Lakers kicked tail last night. I almost said it on the radio.
They did.
They did. They kicked the Clippers.
They smashed
you know what?
them.
They absolutely did. The Clippers had a bad shooting night, but that was mostly because the Lakers and how they played.
Yeah, I agree.
LeBron was all over the place.
Sure was.
Yes. Jackson Hayes, and let me put this out there about him. I hope people don't think I'm down on him. Saying a guy is limited is not necessarily a knock.
No.
Yeah, it's limited. Sometimes it's not going to work out in your favor. Sometimes it is. I thought
some guys are better than you.
Right.
Just that's what
not
life
all
is.
are created equal unless you're at the top of on the Mount Rushmore. I thought he played great. I think Vando played almost 20 minutes and was doing his Rodman thing, flying all over the place. I thought they were fantastic. So these kind of things, when Luka gets traded, it just rocks your world. It may have shocked them into playing a little bit better, or this is how they could have been all along. I don't know. I didn't understand what I was seeing. I thought the Clippers would have mowed them down. They looked good last night without Luka. It's crazy.
They looked better than good. They looked great.
Yes. I don't know what to make of these dudes.
Look, okay.
Yeah.
The leading line on my pad, I know nobody can probably read that, but my leading line, what did you just say? I don't know what got into these guys.
Yeah.
My line was, what the hell is going on?
I have no idea.
Because it's literally like this is a different team. And this predates the trade, by the way.
Yeah.
They beat the Celtics without Anthony Davis. They beat the Knicks without Anthony Davis.
This road trip has been great.
They lost one game on a 6-game road trip.
Yes.
They've played good teams on this road trip. They've won 9 of 11 games. The game in New York against the Knicks in the Garden and the game last night against the Clippers at Intuit, they beat a good team soundly.
Yeah.
It wasn't because
I'm starting to hear that music in the background,
right?
Now. Yeah,
and it wasn't just that LeBron went crazy and single-handedly smashed people. That can still happen occasionally. It wasn't that. LeBron was great, but so were the
almost
Lakers.
A trip dub. Yeah, I know. That's the crazy
thing. The
team
looks. And I think last night you can attribute it to what happened over the last couple of days.
Had to be, right?
But DeMarco, they just look energized.
I know.
They look crisper. They look faster. They look more committed. They look calmer. In the few moments of, I don't want to say crisis last night, but I thought a perfect example. The Lakers had, a 23-point lead at the half, maybe 22. And
I think they won every quarter save for one.
Yeah. So, but they're way ahead at the half, and so that's usually okay. You're going to go in. You're probably going to win the game. You're up by 20+ points. They come out and the Clippers make a run at them right away, and I think they cut it to 13. The Lakers went, okay, cool, whatever, and just immediately pushed it back up to 20.
Would not allow them to get
back
back in it.
Would not allow them, and it was
awesome.
They didn't panic. They didn't get out of the rhythm. It's just this is the NBA. Teams have run. I could not have been. And not just because they won the game last night.
Yeah.
There's this brightness over this team that has not been there in a really long time.
Did you see Rocky 2?
Yeah, of course.
Remember when she said, I want you to do one more thing for me? Win. And you heard that ding,
dun, dun, dun.
And you start hearing that music in the background. That's what this, I'm like, can we believe this? Do you believe this? Or is it?
I don't know. Okay,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
This
Can I buy into this?
I don't know.
Am I ready to be hurt again?
Well, I don't think you need to be hurt. I think
it's gonna hurt.
I think no. Well, it may hurt you more than it hurts me. But what I'm telling you is, I don't know what this from here to the finish line.
And we still haven't opened the biggest present under the tree yet.
100%.
Right.
I don't know what it's going to look like between now and whenever it is they lose in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really do think.
What if they don't?
Anything under the sun is possible. I think that there's a world that exists where they get a weird matchup in the first round and they lose.
Okay, so every basketball pod, Gilbert Arenas, every dude, ex-player that's got a voice or a platform has been saying, watch out with these two.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what these two do. Or make no mistake, these two are about to do X, Y, and Z. So they're playing like gangbusters when he's on the bench.
I think.
What is it going to look like when he's on the floor?
I think that everything under the sun is possible.
Wow.
I really do. I think, look, prior to this trade, the Lakers going to the NBA Finals, I would have given them a 2 out of 100 chance.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, keep going.
Give them 1 out of 20.
Okay, no, Steve Mason on the way out said, what about Dallas? They might be the number 1 seed. Now, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Can you imagine if the Lakers and the Mavericks
don't care?
It would be awesome.
Don't care. Yeah, cool. It would be,
and they have a long way to go. They're the 11th seed right now.
The Lakers versus anybody in the Western Conference Finals is a great story.
If I could sell that, if I'm Adam Silver, if I could find a way to get there, oh my God, we're back to old school basketball.
I'm not the commissioner of the NBA. I don't give a damn who they play. I just want them in.
We're back to old school hating your rivalries again. I would love to see that.
I don't hate them. We got their best guy. They
we're
screwed the
fun.
pooch.
But
I just
going
want,
back
I
there,
want this to come.
It would be awesome.
They also could lose in the first round to the Denver Nuggets.
True.
So
you still got a Jokic issue.
That's what I'm talking about. That they could. The fact that they have a gaping hole in the middle of the court could become an issue.
Well, you
at
got
one point
36. How many hours left of the trade deadline?
I mean, about this time tomorrow.
And I like something on Twitter. Steven Adams has been rumored. I'm like, yes.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Yes,
but
well, you won't get him. You can't get him.
Probably not.
No.
But again, this is where we can pick this up on the other side when I drink another can of Coke.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna have to. I need calories.
I got pulled over again.
Dude, what are you doing?
It's stupid. It's stupid. If I was your son, you'd yell at me because I have the registration. I just didn't put it on the car.
Oh, you didn't put the sticker?
Another cool cop. We talked mostly about Luka. We did. Another cool cop. He said, I saw blue. I had to.
Which jurisdiction was it?
I just left PV.
It was a PD?
Cool sheriff. Cool cut. So he goes, I saw blue, had to. What about Luka? So we chop it up about Luka. As I'm putting the yellow sticker on, we're just talking.
Oh, you physically had it in the car.
Right. You know what I should have said? I'm Michael Jordan's son.
Well, that wouldn't help you right now.
You don't want to be that.
I am never giving my kids money ever again. I'm never, ever giving my kids money. Oh my God, how do you mess that up?
So you talked. Did he like the Luka trade?
Yeah, he did. He's a Laker fan. He's excited. He's another guy. He was a former high school hooper, great dude, and he seems to think this is a pairing from heaven, LeBron and Luka. Like this will be unstoppable.
Okay, cool. I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. The combo part of this, I hope it works as long as it possibly does.
Yeah.
But that there's life after that combo is what makes this so much different for me.
So much better for us.
And it just feels like there's a lightness that has come over this team that has not been here for a very long time. We could talk about that.
You might get more out of LeBron, too.
You might. But in a totally different way.
Correct.
And quite frankly, I think in a better way, not just for LeBron, but for the Lakers and everyone involved in that business of the Lakers. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. A reminder again, it is Super Week on 710. Thanks to our friends at Islands for helping making sure we have our Super Squares. Listen for your cue to call. You can be caller 7 or 10, and you get 2 squares on the Islands Super Board to be randomly selected by us. And on Sunday, you can win fabulous gift cards from Islands. Brought to you by Islands Restaurants. Time to visit paradise. The light has gone off, and it is wonderful. That's next. It's Trav DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Our boy Stu Gotts.
Oh, okay.
Said to me, he goes, how's Sedano? I go, Sedano's great. You know how Sedano is. I go, take a look at him. I go, did you see the nice new part, that fresh part in the side of his head? Freaking guy's great. You got to understand how far George and I go back. So when people know that now we are a team, people are sort of weirdly blown away by that, you know? But what can I tell you, man? We're killing it.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Plan your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Pechanga has world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, and golf, and 24/7 gaming excitement. The immense casino floor and 1,100 rooms and suites makes Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Skip the traffic, head for Pechanga Resort Casino off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Place $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Here we go. Here comes Luka and LeBron. Look out, Denver. You've awakened the sleeping giant. Here they come.
Look out, everybody.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. And it's so... I keep coming back to the same word. I know I said it already. I'm going to say it again. There's a light, a lightness, an optimism, a look the blank out because it's not tied to a 40-year-old anymore.
Yeah.
It's I don't mean that as an insult to LeBron. I mean that as he's 40, man. Like there's just... You can't plan for anything past tomorrow when your best player's 40 years old in his 22nd year.
I take him
they
at
don't
his
have
word.
to do that anymore.
No, I take him at his word when he said, like, are you upset that you didn't know, whatever, in that press conference. And he said, if I was, I would have waived my no trade and got the heck up out of here. I believe him. 22 years. 22 years you've controlled the teams you've been on and basically the league. At some point, you're going to have to – they're going to take that from you and move on in a different direction.
And it took them getting the second or third best player
That's what I'm saying.
for it to happen.
Yeah, so, I mean, ride this out, enjoy this. They got you some help. That's the way I would look at it.
Yeah,
they got you, Luka. If I'm LeBron,
no,
that's how I'm looking.
No.
If I am LeBron, I'm looking at it like they got me, Luka.
If LeBron wants to look at it like that,
and
that's
don't
fine.
burst that bubble.
I was going to say, if that's what lets him close his eyes at night, great.
They went out
but that's
and got
not
me
what happened.
Luka.
That is not what happened, but great. If that's how you want to look at it. Here's what DeMarco
They love
is
me
talking about.
so much. Yes.
LeBron was asked about, the fact that LeBron James's presence, name, and mentions were conspicuously absent during that press conference yesterday.
What's wrong with that? If I had concerns, I would have waived my no trade clause and got a buy.
And this, you still feel like you've said earlier this year, right? You still envision yourself finishing your career here. Is that still the case?
Listen, I'm here right now. I'm committed to the Lakers organization. I'm here to help Luka and Maxey make the transition as smooth as possible. Smooth been here before, so he already know we about. He won a championship with him in 2020, so I ain't worried about him. But as a leader of the team, as one of the captains of the team, it's my job to make it as seamless as possible.
Okay.
I would challenge anybody in this world to find me a LeBron soundbite anywhere from any time where he had to say, "I'm here now. Like I'm going to be where my feet are at."
He's said it before.
Not like that.
Maybe not with the actual realization that the threat of you leaving does not carry the impact that it used to.
Right.
That's new. That's new. According to Brian Windhorst, you may not get to on-ramp Maxi Kleber. Maxi Kleber may not see the floor for the Lakers. They may trade him by Thursday. That,
Sounds
according
like a
to Brian
boxer out of the
Windhorst.
20s, doesn't it?
Yeah, but no, I think that may be the first time where he realized this might not be up to me.
Right.
That's new, and I think it's awesome. And not
22 years in, bro.
Yeah,
most people feel that from day one.
From day one.
Right, 22
Most
years
people
in.
never get to experience the
Absolutely.
other side of, hey, everybody's going to do what. When I say jump, everybody's going to go, great, how high?
But I'm not sure if he's prepared for that.
It's going to be new.
Jordan Bird, all the greats, did they have to go through to where the team has moved on while you're still playing? Like your replacement is in the building.
It's
I don't know.
going to take.
It didn't happen to Jordan, right? There was no heir apparent while Jordan was on the floor.
In Chicago?
In Chicago.
Oh, hell no.
Like, we're not passing torches.
No. You think that Michael Jordan would have ever voluntarily passed it?
No.
Michael Jordan still thinks he can get 40 a night.
Kobe never passed the torch.
Kobe took them from people.
I can't remember ever a superstar passing the torch while he's still in uniform.
And it didn't get passed. It got ripped out of his damn
That's
hands.
what I'm saying.
This is what's so exciting about
That's
it.
what's
It
so
wasn't,
shocking.
Hey, LeBron, we're thinking about maybe if we, with your permission, of course, we'd like to make a trade for Luka Dončić. It was, hey, yo, LeBron, we traded for Luka.
He found out when everybody else did.
And it's great.
Yeah.
It's good for the Lakers. It's good for the future of the Lakers. It's good for everyone else on that team. It's good for LeBron James to have another guy in the room that's got to carry more water than him.
That's what
and it's going to benefit him.
You brought me Luka. Thank you very much.
The question is whether he's I know that he can. It's not a matter of just kind
acquiesce?
of not even acquiesce. Figure out a way to play with him. And have all the pieces fit together the way that we're hoping to. And I'm not just talking about between now and the end of the line this year. I'm talking about next year and however much longer he wants to do it.
I thought something you said yesterday made sense. He has played with Dwayne Wade. He did play with Dwayne Wade, and they won championships. Mm-hmm. So there is a way to be ball dominant and be effective.
Yep.
Very effective. Yep. And to maximize each other without taken away from each other's games.
The only difference in that dynamic to this dynamic is that when LeBron was in Miami with Wade, as great as Wade was, there was no question who the best player on the team was. It was LeBron James. Yeah, it was LeBron James, and it wasn't close.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing, only he's on the other side of the coin.
Same thing. I mean, if you go back and think about that Miami run, it was funny because they were great teammates, but Dwayne Wade always said they went out and got me help. Yeah. But we all knew what the real was.
You know when that team finally went like this?
Yeah.
When everybody realized LeBron's the best player on this team, let's go.
But even with that, Dwayne Wade was still like, this is my team. You came here.
It was his organization, his city, the Heat is Dwayne Wade.
Well, that's it.
But that's not what's going on here.
No, but he is ready for it. He's experienced that before.
I can't wait.
Me either. I mean,
can't wait.
Maybe how they played and being all energetic, maybe it is real. Maybe you can go all in. Maybe you can trust this. I don't know. Like I said, they kicked the Clippers' butt, and we all thought they were going to get mowed down. We left here saying they got worse defensively. I did not see that against the Clippers.
No.
They look good. 2 weeks in a row, they shut down Biggs with a small lineup.
They did a great job, like Ireland was telling us yesterday, against Cat in New York.
Or 2 games in a row.
Yeah. They're executing a really solid plan to the highest possible level, and they're making shots, and they're playing with purpose, and they're playing with intensity.
Yeah.
But they're not playing recklessly.
No.
It's just
and you still haven't unwrapped the big present yet. Yeah. You still haven't brought him out.
And that dude is coming out angry.
How much are tickets now?
I hope.
How much are tickets to that game? I'm just curious. Have they gone up again?
For the game on Saturday?
Yes, when Luka's going to play.
I will have to check.
Okay.
Let's try a quick phone call here.
They've gone through the roof.
Let's go to South Pass and Haru. Haru, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Point that now LeBron James is going to be able to play the 4. If we were to get a 5 with AD, then LeBron James is playing the 3, and then he's getting dunked on by Tatum and all these wings. So right now I think that you guys are all wrong. LeBron James is the one that made all these moves to get AD out, get Luka in there to play the 3. And by the way, I just want to make another point that, Ingram, Hart, and Ball turned into AD, which brought us a championship. Now Ingram, Ball, and Hart brought us Luka, Dončić. So all you people that want to keep these draft picks and think we're a regular NBA team, we are the Lakers.
Ooh.
Please wake up, people.
Ooh.
We are not normal.
Why are we wrong, though? What?
I don't know.
How'd we get
because
wrong?
Because you guys think that Luka's going to take over the team for LeBron? He's like the savior? No, man. This is still LeBron's team. Luka's just going to be Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm with you. But we're talking when LeBron retires. No, when LeBron retires.
Dude, it's over. I don't know what to tell you guys. Wait till he's here. Wait till he's got a game or 200. It's not close. Let me tell you, LeBron James in the history of the league is LeBron James. I don't need to add anything to it. Today, right now, in the world, if you are listing the best players in the world and you've gone past 3 names and haven't said Luka Dončić, you did it wrong.
Well, this will be interesting.
And that's not going to change anytime soon.
Let me just say this.
He's better
I know
than
where
LeBron.
you're going. This will be interesting to see how he plays with LeBron. Do you change your game? Do you? No. He's never been on the floor with a guy like LeBron.
I understand.
So we're going to see how that works
LeBron's
out.
never been on the floor with a guy like him. And this is where and one's 25 and one's 40. And one's the future and one is the present.
I'm with you on the future.
It is
but
so
is it Haru?
unique.
Haru has a point. I don't think LeBron is just going to cede control of his team.
No. It's not up to him.
No,
this is the whole point.
But
it's
like
going
right
to be
now,
taken from him.
In the future, yes. But right now, we'll see.
Because
we haven't seen it yet.
Yes, we will.
Haru.
You've watched Luka play. Luka look like he's taking a back seat to anybody?
No, but he's never been on the floor with LeBron either.
Right, and the same thing cuts the other
way.
I know.
And
and the Lakers just made the biggest move, arguably in the history of the league.
If they do it
without
right,
him knowing anything about it, and that is a crystal clear signal. This is the guy.
So that's the other point Haru said. He believes, or he does not believe, that LeBron could not have known. He said he thinks LeBron orchestrated this whole thing.
I disagree.
Me too.
I disagree.
Me too.
I think that
the truth is in the middle somewhere.
Look, you don't think that LeBron James would want to take a victory lap for orchestrating a Luka Dončić trade? Give me a break.
I think Jackson
LeBron takes credit for things he didn't have anything to do with.
I think Jackson Hayes found out at a 7-Eleven. I thought that was dope.
It's crazy to me. It is exciting and fun and bright and new and optimism. And there's the Lakers. There hasn't been anything to be optimistic about with this team for a while.
It's nice to be off the hamster wheel.
And the Lakers made a decision that was good for the Lakers. That wasn't just good for LeBron James and his tenure with the Lakers. It's good for the Lakers, period.
Does Bronny have any kids? Can we sign them too?
Look.
I mean, does Luka have any kids? Can we sign them too?
The
Why are you
clock
looking at me
is
crazy?
ticking.
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it.
Because you said something crazy.
This goes to the top of the list. Let's go to Orange and Martin. Martin, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. What's up?
Hey, Trav, I just want to welcome you to Laker Nation because that's how we always feel all the time. All it took was us to get Luka for you to join to how we feel. We expect the best to happen. And the rest of the league knows this now, too, because they're always making fun of Laker fans. Oh, you guys are just so outlandish. Like, people are just going to walk onto your front door. Yes, that's exactly
Oh my God.
what happened. But
That's not what happened.
The last thing I want to say is I think the last time I really seen this was when Kareem was on his exit. Magic just came in, and Magic played it smart by always deferring. Hey, this is captain's team. Even though knowing Magic was the best player on the court.
Right.
And I hope Luka the Don does that too. Thanks,
Luka
guys.
the
Have a good day.
Don?
Martin, great call.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Now, I'm not sure Luka wanted to come to L.A. Luka was happy in Dallas. He was blindsided.
Well,
that's the only difference.
Okay, maybe he
Dallas
didn't
called you.
But Martin brings up a great point, and it is a very funny point. Laker fans do have this. It'll all work out. Well, why? Because we're the Lakers, and people that are not Laker fans are like, yeah, but that's a ridiculous. But when the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Dončić for Anthony, that's nuts.
Yes.
And it happened.
So far.
And it happened to the Lakers. No, there is no qualifier.
Well,
unless
let's
Luka,
see what happens in Dallas
Unless it doesn't matter. That's the Mavericks could win the title this year. The Lakers won this deal. The Dallas can win it.
Well, Travis,
too.
hold on a minute. If Dallas starts winning championships,
they're not going to.
You still think the Lakers would?
Yes.
Come on,
yes.
Trav.
The Lakers have the best player in the world, or damn near it, for the next 10 years.
But you're telling me if Dallas goes on a run and wins,
what's a run?
Let's say multiple championships.
Sure, DeMarco. If they win multiple championships,
what's wrong
great.
with that?
Because it's never going to happen.
What do you mean? It's
Anthony
never gonna
Davis has been here for 5 years. They were good one time.
Now
I think you've had too much Coca-Cola. Runs. They're going to go on multiple runs in his 30s.
No. I'm just
saying.
They're
in 11th place right now.
What if? I said what if to win the trade.
What if is anything?
What
anything
if Luka doesn't stay healthy here?
That's a bad deal. But I would do it 1,000 times out of 1,000.
We haven't even seen him play yet here.
Do you think he's going to be bad?
No, here.
Right.
Here with LeBron. We haven't seen it yet.
By the way, I need you to stop saying with LeBron. LeBron's playing with him. Luka's not playing with him.
I think I think you've gone too far over the edge on this.
This is why this is
you've
finally
gone too far.
Exciting.
I know.
Because the Lakers are not, their entire future is not predicated on the mood
but I think you've gone a little too
projections of a 40-year-old. They have a future that's legitimate and real.
Fun, right. But you still are going to share the floor with LeBron.
No, I'm not saying that LeBron is superfluous. I'm saying that he's second. I'm saying that this goes through that guy first and then that guy second. That's what's different about this.
Well, let's see it first.
And I forget the caller's name. Martin.
Yeah.
Martin, I thought, brought up a great point, which is when Kareem, or I should say when Magic showed up in 80.
Yes.
And Kareem was still Kareem. Right? Kareem was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, multiple MVPs, greatest of all time, et cetera, et cetera. And then Magic showed up and was clearly the best player on the team.
Yes.
And Magic was really smart, and Magic was a great leader. Magic was a great team
on
builder.
Right.
And Magic deferred to Kareem publicly. Magic deferred to Kareem as cap and all of this stuff. Like, he never, ever embarrassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He never went out of his way to any of that stuff. But everybody knew this is our guy. And not that Kareem wasn't important. Kareem was vitally important. But 32, that guy, that's where we're going. And I think that's what's happening
Let's see
here.
it first.
By the way, the tickets are now as low as $148 for the game this weekend against Golden State.
Nosebleeds. Let's go.
That's the get.
Where did we start?
I want to say it was like 120 maybe yesterday. So
$20 difference, $28.
Could still go up when he's confirmed to play.
Absolutely. Oh, he hasn't been confirmed to play yet.
Yeah, it's optimistic.
Saturday is the one that's the optimistic one.
Optimistic.
Yeah, I can't wait. Play tonight. Play a scrimmage.
I'm telling you.
Open up the doors.
They're going to go 5-on-5 soon.
I think today.
I wish we could go see that.
That's
where I want to be a fly on the wall. That'd be fun.
All right, we got a bunch of phone calls that we're going to get to as well. Plus, you were telling me some stories during the break about your experience at Media Day, both as a podium sitter and a podium asker.
So much fun and crazy at the same time.
We'll do it next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Hey, wet this morning, slippery. I saw a couple of different cars, kind of piled up into the median and whatnot. So if you are involved in an accident, you know what to do, of course. You call the law offices of Joseph S. Norman.
You know what? If it's wet, slow down, please.
No doubt.
Yeah, just leave the ego at home. But if you get in an accident, and we know this, accidents can be devastating, and the recovery process sucks. Your car is all messed up. You may be in the hospital. Tough to deal with. Don't go through that alone, especially if you have a case. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say, any insurance company can and will use against you.
If you get in a crash, if you get in an accident, make sure everybody's okay, get the help that you need, and then call Joe. 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. Because believe it or not, that insurance company's going to be calling you quickly, and you're going to want to know what your rights are and what you're entitled to. 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Or NormandLegal.com. Tell them Travis and DeFar sent ya.
Saturday in North Carolina, the Kings powered their way to a 4-2 win over the Hurricanes, led by forward Kevin Fiala.
Kings guided up top, deflected out. Foot race back through neutral ice to collect it, and the Kings take over. Right wing, Fiala steps into the middle. Fiala waits, shoots, scores! What a goal! Kevin Fiala, and the Kings lead it 3-1 here in the second period. Hull pressured right wing, and it's back into the neutral zone. Skated away by LA, and they come. Fiala shoots, scores! Kevin Fiala, he's done it again! And with 8:20 to play in the third, it's 4-2 LA!
Tonight, the Kings begin a 6-game stretch on home ice against an original 6 opponent, the Montreal Canadiens. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 7:30 on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Parents, did you know that the Children's Hospital Jackie and Gene Autry Orthopedic Center is ranked #1 in California for treating kids with bone and muscle problems? They're the top choice from everything from scoliosis to sports injuries. What makes them stand out? They use super safe imaging with up to 98% less radiation than regular x-rays. Plus, their expert care means kids usually go home sooner and have fewer complications after surgery. At CHLA, they're helping kids get back to being kids, faster and safer.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on Mega Sports Station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, I know this song. Meet me at the Meet me at the apartment.
It's Rose and Bruno Mars.
Now imagine 5 girls that are below the age of 10 in the back of your Suburban.
Oh, that's why
singing
you know this one? Okay,
at the top of their lungs. This is me.
I'm glad you put it in those terms because this is how I know every song to High School Musical for exactly what you're describing.
My windshield almost shattered.
It's based off of a drinking game in Korea that I don't know if Rosé started it.
Is this a Korean band?
Well, no, it's Rosé is a K-pop star.
Okay.
And Bruno Mars is also in this song. You haven't heard him yet. He
Okay.
comes in a little later, but they did this collab together. But I think it's something with stacking your hands, and whoever gets at the bottom
Something.
has a drink. She's explained it, but
She was in Blackpink. Is that
Yes,
it?
Blackpink,
Yeah,
that's what it
Blackpink.
is.
It's
Yeah.
another. Yeah.
huge,
The Korean version of
K-pop.
Destiny's Child.
Blackpink was a group. Rosé is an individual.
Yes.
Correct.
Got it. I'm
Yes.
basically Casey Kasem.
Don't get into the Pink Pantheresses or
Oh
whatever.
my God! Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tap them out on this. I got one right. I'm gonna go 1 for 1 and walk into the sunset.
Make my ears bleed.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. So here's what you do: you go to ESPNLA.com and you nominate who you think is making Los Angeles a better place. It could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan. You can nominate yourself if you'd like to. You can win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonicare electric toothbrushes, whitening treatments, or the grand prize, Invisalign. How about that, DeMarco? Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
I would like to nominate Luka Dončić.
Yeah, put me in a great
he's making
mood.
LA. He's making LA a better
I
place.
mean, his body language at times in that press conference yesterday, he's a little slumped over,
Okay.
a little sad.
Let's talk about that for 30 seconds before we take some of these
Body
calls.
language?
His body language and his responses, I thought, were both very muted.
Okay.
You know, I thought his choice of dress was muted, his body language was muted, and his responses were muted. I think that's all good because I really do think that him getting traded was a punch in the face to him. Like, wait, what?
Huge shock.
What? And that he has, much like we talked about with LeBron, he hasn't been on the "we don't love you" end of this in.
Oh yeah, this is new for him too.
forever.
You don't want me?
Yeah, you. What do you mean? What do you mean you'd rather not have me here? What? That takes a minute to process that.
Don't you want me, Mavericks?
Right?
Nope.
And so when the fog of that lifts, and I think it will lift quickly, and it's time to go back to work, and he looks around and he realizes he's in LA. He realizes he's teammates with LeBron James. He realizes he's in Los Angeles on the Lakers.
Yes, sir.
It's like, you know what? This is pretty damn good, and I think he's going to come out and murder
I
people.
hope so. Windhorse messed me up too. Just been following the news that there's no guarantee Luka signs the extension.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I saw that.
I'm like, hold up, bro. Hold up, man. Wait. Give me that next month.
Yeah.
Not now.
I thought the same thing. But that's his job is not to make us feel good. His job is to let us know what's up. And
that's him.
I think I'm not worried about that yet. You know what I mean?
I don't want to.
I think I'm going to steal a line from baseball because I think
But if that's true, right? So you're sitting there, you got punched in the face. 1 minute I'm in Dallas. I just bought a house. Now I can't buy. I got to buy another one. I'm here in LA. I don't know what the guy's thinking. You're going back to body language. He's taking this all in. I don't know what the guy's thinking.
Yeah,
I bet his whole world got rocked.
This stuff tends to sort itself out. And the baseball managers say that, like, hey, you got too many pitchers. This stuff sorts itself out. Hey, you got too many outfielders. This stuff sorts itself out.
Yeah.
This is the best place for him to be.
There's no way he could come here and hate it.
I would be really surprised.
Yeah, there's no way Luka could come here and hate
the love is going to be unconditional. The love, the expectations, I think he's going to thrive under.
Yeah.
I think that when you're around it,
he's going to be. He's already a rock star, right? He can't go anywhere in Dallas.
No,
so he should be used to that here.
He's an international star, but being on the Lakers, DeMarco, is different.
But that's what it opened my eyes. He said, who was it? Was it Jim Hill? Jim Hill asked the second question. We were naming voices. Jim Hill was second. Bet he was wearing a suit.
Yep.
Right?
A nice one.
And Jim Hill asked, how do you feel about all this attention? And Luka said, this is a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to megastardom. I wonder if you don't. If
takes a minute.
If he doesn't like that,
I would be surprised.
Me too.
Luka seems pretty comfortable.
Like
in the
I don't
spotlight.
like this whole LA thing, being the rock star all the time thing.
He seems pretty comfortable in the spotlight.
I hope so. We'll see.
And being a part, the Laker universe is one of one in the NBA. Right? If you're on the Yankees, it's different. If you're on the Lakers, it's different. If you're on the Dallas Cowboys, it's different.
True.
Man U, or I don't know soccer well enough, but Real Madrid, there are just teams that are different, that the attention is different.
Yeah.
That's the Lakers. And the very best of the best, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they thrive under it.
Big time.
They thrive under it, and I think he's one of those guys.
Go back to remember when they were courting Dwight Howard.
Uh-huh.
This is when we didn't know everything there was to know about Dwight Howard, just the basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
and how he was coming here. That was a Kobe thing, though, but
Kobe couldn't stand
it. But how he had to deal with celebrity here.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You are a Laker now.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
But
that's what I'm saying.
But Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer. Howard's a great. Dwight Howard was not that. He's not what Luka
and he doesn't
is.
have Mamba that didn't like him.
Right.
Yeah.
And Kobe sniffed Dwight out like that. Like, you're not about this.
And I think that's your point. If LeBron decided to go Mamba and gave Luka a hard time, it doesn't matter. Right. It doesn't matter how you feel. I don't like Luka. So?
Yeah. Would you like to go somewhere else?
Right. I can't stand this guy.
You're not going to like the answer. If you're asking him or me, you're not going to like the answer you're going to get.
That's a new world for LeBron.
Because I think you know what you're asking, and it's not going to go there. Let's try another call. Let's go to El Segundo and Kenny. Kenny, what's up?
Yeah, well, gentlemen, first and foremost, the expectations of Laker fans have been set by guys like Kobe with Mamba mentality. We're not pulling beers out of Kobe's hands, right? So the expectation, I don't think he's got to get unconditional. Luka is going to get unconditional love here because he's also flaunting Lakers history. You got to remember, we always have, going back to Jerry West, we have Jerry West, anchor star that we drafted, and we bring in the mercenary big man and Wilt Chamberlain. Same thing with Magic and Kareem. Same thing with Kobe, Shaq, Malone, and Powell. Those guys had to earn their love with us via championship. This is why no one remembers Malone being a Laker.
Yep.
Right? So this is not unconditional love. This is prove it to me, mercenary.
He's not a mercenary. He didn't come here for a pile of money. He just left $100 and some odd million in Dallas.
He was handed to you.
Yeah. This is not he's coming to the highest bidder. I hear what you're saying, Kenny, and maybe the phrase unconditional love was the wrong one. I think you're probably right about that. But when he first starts, they're going to give him every opportunity to fall in love with him.
Oh, yes.
And
every advantage. They'll support him.
I think he will thrive given that.
No
I
doubt.
think Kenny's point about, they weren't tearing beers out of Kobe Bryant's hands.
But I don't think Kobe would drink the beer.
I think that is the wild card. The wild card in the Luka Dončić thing is how serious are you willing to be about this? We know you're great. We know you're wildly talented, but are you willing to do that very last thing that so far you probably haven't been able to do?
I had a teammate that was overweight once. This is way back, and he was a big dude, lovable giant, and he did an interview. This is in Seattle, and the reporter, just trying to have fun, it was like a fluff piece. Where are your favorite places to eat? And he listed all, and he listed why. Like, I like this place called Nasai Teriyaki. They give you a lot of food there. I like this place. Great burger. The whole interview, it's a nothing interview. Our coach was so mad at him for doing that interview because Don was struggling with his weight. Right. You're missing weight constantly. We can't put you on the field until you make weight. And here you are making light of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a guy that's whatever with the beer, and this is how we're going about it, and then you're on TV drinking a beer, I'd go take it too. If that makes any sense to you.
It does.
We don't know what was going on in that situation.
We don't.
Yeah.
And I liked what Markieff Morris said, and we'll play this for you coming up a little bit. He's like, if this guy's getting 38 and 8 out of shape, are we really sure we want to change anything?
Oh, no, go ahead.
It's like, and it's an interesting point, and we'll circle back to it. Let's try one more phone call here. Let's go to JC in Ventura. JC, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. What's up?
Hey, Trav, how's it going? Hey, I just want to give you one more scenario. You were talking about pissed off Luka, which would be awesome to see. I hope he has that mentality coming in there, doing what he has to do to get in shape or whatever, just be that guy. I like to see Luka and LeBron, that little old lion in LeBron saying, hey, I got two, and have them both go off at the same time. Imagine what that will look at. That'll look amazing.
I think we are. We're hoping for that.
I think that is the dream scenario, JC. I really do. Luka comes in angry at Dallas and the world for doubting him. And, you don't think I'm committed to this? You don't think I was dedicated? Okay.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Yeah.
And LeBron gets re-energized and reinvigorated with I can actually do a little less but get a lot more done. Because I have a teammate like this, and no one's saying they're just going to stick LeBron in the corner. LeBron's essential to them doing whatever it is they're going to do while he's here.
Right.
But LeBron has it's one of those, I'm not asking you to do nothing. I'm asking you to do 10% less so I can get 30% more.
Yeah.
And
right.
I think he may welcome that.
The guy we're not talking about, JJ Redick. I mean, he's going to have a lot to say about how these guys are being used together. And it's funny, just for fun radio stuff, if you got 0.6 seconds, one shot to win it. Who are you drawing the play up?
Stop. Just stop.
Who are you drawing the play up for?
I've seen him make that. And then LeBron's
Luka.
Luka. The answer to the question, unless it is who would you like to see leave, the answer is going to be Luka every single time. Far Side's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Hey, it's raining right now, right? It is wet and it is slippery and it can be hard to see out there. So if your vehicle is due for service and you need new wiper blades, why not head on in to your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, because they got you covered with all of that. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, wiper blades, and a whole lot more. You just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. They've been doing it for over 30 years, providing you with quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me. In, out, 15 minutes. You've got 15 minutes, I've got 15 minutes, and they're going to make sure your ride is running at its absolute best. And there is one close to you right now. Over 80 locations around Southern California, helping you get your car ready for the road in no time at all. So visit SoCalOilChange.com to find one of those 80 locations and get a game-winning coupon off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming.
Place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Hold it a little bit. You know, I know it's exciting about the Lakers. People are giving me hell on Twitter or on X because Travis is finally fired up about the Lakers, and I'm pouring cold water on. I'm just like,
you don't have a big enough bucket.
Just
my
hold
friend.
on. Just saying. You don't have to push the brake, but just put your foot on it
my
a little.
My foot is through the floor. I'm Fred Flintstone on this thing.
There may be a curve at the end of the road.
I'm going off the damn
oh my
cliff,
God.
and Luka's riding shotgun.
Thelma and Louise, here we go, right off the cliff. All right, so the other talk no one's talking about is the Super Bowl. And because of Luka. And I think it was the best thing that ever happened to the NFL because no one's talking about the Chiefs and the refs.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're even asking these guys on Media Day. And Media Day is fun. It really is. It's so much fun as a player. It's like full circle moment. They had, 8 or 10 podiums. And they just, you heard it out as a football team.
It's a weird, you can speak to it from both sides. I've only experienced Media Day as a media member where you're racing to these podiums to try to get quotes and questions.
It's a thing. You're on the bus. They give you your uniform with no pads. So you're you're feeling kind of weird.
Yeah.
I got these tight pants on when I'm not playing football.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little weird. There's people around.
Feeling a little exposed?
Just a little bit. You know, a little tight, a little taut.
Yeah.
So you're herded. You get off the bus. It's another thing you have to do for the Super Bowl. Another thing that will test your focus, right? So you get off, and then your PR director is there, and he says, okay, I need to see these guys.
Yeah.
So you go off to the side, and then you guys are going up to the podium. It's like, whoa, it's for real. You know what I mean? And then everyone else kind of mills around. So you sit there and you answer questions, and you answer the same question over and over again. And you see people like from your hometown paper. You see people that you've only seen on TV, and they're asking you questions, and you're elevated. It's weird, you know? So it's like, wow, this is so cool. And then you get the obligatory stupid questions.
Like?
Just whatever.
You remember any of them?
I don't remember what was hot back then, and we were kind of buttoned up, so whatever stupid question there was. So you answer these questions. So it's fun being at that moment. Covering it is a lot easier.
Oh, I would imagine it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm retired. I go back. The Rams are in the Super Bowl, and they're in New Orleans in a dome. So this is when I was working for Fox. They sent a comedy writer with me.
This is Best Damn.
Best Damn. So he would hand me slips of papers with jokes and things to ask.
Was he funny?
People. Some of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to use it all. It was just, I'm asking questions about the game, and if he slipped me one, if it was good, I'd use it.
Okay.
So I go interview Orlando, and it's funny because, he's answering questions, looking around, and then I say something, and he knows the voice, sees me, so he's in football player mode, and then he sees me, and he breaks down and starts laughing, right? So I got the microphone.
Do you remember what you asked him?
I do. So, mind you, the game is in New Orleans. Where is that game played?
At the Superdome.
Right. So my question was, how do you think weather will play a part in this game?
That's funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
So he looked at me, processed it, and just laughed. Get out of here, man. So I walked off. I asked Brady the same question. Got the same response. It was funny. Yeah, it was kind of cool, though. But it's funny to be on that side. So Media Day is always cool. Yeah.
You're you. So
yeah.
I don't think most players are walking out of there and doing what you just said. He's like, it was so cool. It was fun. You're doing all this. I've covered Media Day, 20 times probably in my life. And every player that I interacted with at that, other than the guys that were like depth players, role players, and they're just kind of milling around. Like you can just go up and tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, you got a few minutes. But the guys in the podiums all look like they would rather be anywhere than doing what they're doing.
The first four, the Warners, the Falks, the Bruces, I think that might have been it. But definitely Warner and Falk. They retired.
Yeah.
They're getting pulled in 1,000 different directions. For everyone else, you're having a good time.
Okay.
Shoot your shot, you may get a job. That's how it goes. But it's so much fun. Another thing, real quick before we get out of there. People called me to the carpet for saying that I don't think you have room for Myles Garrett if you wanted to sign him here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I meant was 4 years, $140 million.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. And you're thinking about paying
$35 million a year,
and you have to pay your quarterback first, right? I'm not sure if he fits.
Well, you bring up an interesting point, and we'll talk about this coming up next.
Yeah.
The Cooper Cup being put on the trade block
opens up some money.
Well, it opens up some money, and it opens up a bunch of questions that I have that include where does that saved money actually get allocated? That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, but right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. If you call right now, that is your chance at Islands Super Squares for the big game. Winners will receive an Islands gift card worth $100 if you win the first quarter, $150 if you win the second quarter, $100 on the third quarter, and if you get the final score square, you win $250 in Islands gift cards. Island Restaurants, the place you love for the best burgers, best fresh cut fries, and the best Mai Tais in town. Time to visit your local paradise. Do the dominoes start falling with Cooper Cup? That's next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
Good. Have you heard back from Sasha yet?
Not yet.
I know he's on.
He doesn't know who you are.
He absolutely does.
Okay.
You think 100% he doesn't? Sasha and I connected the last time I saw him. We connected.
This is exactly what Kaplan said.
Right, but I mean...
And we said to him, do you know who Scott Kaplan is? And he said, no, tell me.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
This is The Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer. Presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
In tough times, no one stands alone. The recent wildfires have deeply impacted our LA community, leaving many of our neighbors facing unimaginable hardship. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or just need someone to talk to, hope is just a call away. Call the LA County Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 1-800-854-7771 for free emotional support, service referrals, or crisis counseling, or visit dmh.lacounty.gov/gethelpnow/. We're in this together, LA. Stay strong.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob and Ronnie.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Amrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob. 710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
We didn't play Go Fish, man.
Do you have any sevens?
Go Fish.
That's one of those games your kid finally figures out how to play. It's fun for maybe two hands, and then
they get bored.
They want to keep playing
Oh,
fish.
you want to stop playing?
Yeah,
Uno. Yeah, they keep going.
Uno's fun.
Uno's fun, except when your kid changes the rules as we're playing. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, never mind. Just keep going.
You try to beat them still, though, even if they change the rules.
Man, bro, I'm glad you asked that. Okay, so my daughter, her basketball team, they're in the championship.
Nice.
This Saturday.
Okay.
So she wants to practice more, which is awesome, right?
Of course.
Dad, let's go play. Yay. So my wife went with us. She usually doesn't.
To practice.
She went with us to
Do you guys
watch
go to
her
the
shoot.
gym or just down at the park?
Down at the park. There's
Okay.
a nice little park down there, flat surface, and it's a basketball court. So I said, why don't you try to guard her? Told my wife, go try to guard her, have fun. They started going at it. Like really going at it.
Can your wife play basketball?
She has a nice little shot, and she can play D. Like she's competitive.
She's 3 and D.
I had to stop them. Like this is, hey, stop. You know, they went at it.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's great. I love it. So we're ramping up to the championship. It's fun.
Did Grace bust her up?
Okay, so Grace has one move so far, and I told her how to back people down.
Okay.
And she
got a little Rick Mahorn
a
game?
little bit, but she uses that elbow, so if she likes you, she'll keep it low. If she doesn't, it's coming up.
That's the Hebel special.
See? Right. She doesn't like it's coming up. So she raised the elbow on mom. Easy. That's your mother. Yes.
You mentioned the Hebel special. You've told stories about you and your sister giving each other bloody noses in the pool during water polo games. I know, just having spent several years working with you, that you are extremely competitive. Are you a dirty player?
So I don't think I'm a dirty player, like that I do things
That's yes.
specifically. I get very heated and I get like tunnel vision, and I might not follow the rules, but I don't like do it because I don't like this person. I just get in a tunnel vision and I will be aggressive.
Okay, now pull up a Richie Incognito quote or a Kyle Turley quote. That's the
what
same
they say.
thing.
I
right.
don't go in
I'm
there
not
looking
dirty.
to do anything.
Right.
I just happen to hit him with my helmet.
I just black
I
out.
just happen
Yes.
to, when I played water polo, I happen to be bigger than most of the girls that were guarding me, and
Not
I might
my
have
And if it's
shoved
your
them into
sister
the water.
and you got to
yeah.
smash her face in, that's Claire's tough
Oh,
luck.
she did to me. Don't worry.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
I guess as long as it's even.
Yes.
As long as it's even. ESPN LA at Beverly Hills Orthodontics teaming up because we want to know who is smiling in SoCal. Here's
JJ
what you do. Well, Travis Rogers is smiling. That's for sure.
right.
Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. It could be a mentor, teacher, coach, good Samaritan. You can nominate yourself if you'd like to. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatments, or the grand prize Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
They were teammates, right? Reddick and Luka.
Very briefly.
Very briefly. Okay, so you don't have to worry about Luka liking JJ.
Now, look, you know what's kind of funny?
The thought just popped into my head, like, is JJ going to be here as long as Luka? Because you never know.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, look,
since it is Luka's team.
Damn right it is.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that has never even been kind of tossed out there is a really good sign.
Yeah,
and quite
he's not
frankly,
known to get guys fired, is he? Luka?
No. But I'm talking about Reddick specifically.
Yeah.
Like Reddick this season got thrown in to he replaced Ham, and it was a weird courtship where he was the leading candidate. Then they very aggressively tried to get Dan Hurley.
With LeBron.
Yeah, and then they circled back to Reddick, and he came in, and I think by most accounts he's done a pretty good job. And
you're 10 games over.
Clearly, he's got the respect of his team. There doesn't seem to be any mutinies or anything like that. There was never when they made the deal for Dončić. It was never, hey, how's he going to gel with JJ? Yeah. It's just everything seems pretty easy so far. Now, if the Lakers have Luka Dončić and they start to death spiral next year or the year after, it's not going to fall on Luka's ticket. It'll fall on JJ. That's just the nature of the league.
It just popped into my. We're still new to this. Like, I just wonder if he's going to be here. But I'll say this: I keep telling you how much my brothers fight all the time. Right? The barometer was my mom. It depends on where she went and gravitated. That would make the other one mad. So
who's getting a little more love from mom?
So it puts JJ in an, I wouldn't say it's an enviable position to be in, but you still have to manage these egos.
Sure.
You got LeBron and you got Luka.
Of course.
So you got the future and you got the present.
Yep.
And they're both great. So your name's going to come up a lot in this whole mix.
Ty Lue was talking about this, about how, trying to put those two pieces together. And Ty, I thought, said it really well, which was, JJ's a good coach, and this is a good problem to have.
Perfect.
This is something that he will figure out. This is not, I think he said this is not a complicated problem to solve, how to get those guys to play together. Luka was asked about playing for JJ as well. Take a listen to this.
But it was a great relationship. I really respect him. You don't see me go on podcast. I went on his podcast twice, so you know how much respect I have for him. So I'm really excited that I can play for him.
I'm so glad you played that. He said podcast.
Yeah.
I thought he said pockets yesterday. I'm like,
he's taking money out of his
pockets? I'm like, what? Okay.
Borrowing his car?
Makes sense. Okay.
English is not his first language.
No, I hear things weird. I thought he said pockets. I'm like, is that what they're saying now? I'm going through his pockets.
You just like Luka doesn't show up a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like he's not around.
Well, that's about to change.
Well, maybe or maybe not. Kobe wasn't in a ton of things until he decided he kind of wanted to be as he got a little later in his career.
You can hide here.
Look, he's got juice. So if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. That if he decided to do Luka or Reddick's podcast twice, I think that means he likes Reddick.
Definitely.
He
vice versa.
respects him.
Yeah, I mean, and vice versa. And like you said, this is going to take some massaging. It's new, but as a coach, and both of your alpha males have questions. And which side do you lean to? Who do you favor? Like if giving one what he needs is taken away from the other, how do you do that as a coach?
Managing that is challenging.
Yes, very challenging.
But it's the best possible challenge it is how do I keep two wildly talented guys satisfied?
Then I would do what Vermeil did. I'd bring in the trophy and make sure you're reminded this is all this is about. We're trying to win. This is it.
And I'm not trying to put
–
I like that because it's – listen, here if we're talking to LeBron, if you want more of these, he can help you do it.
Right.
And every one that you're gonna get incredible ownership in this. This does nothing but make you look better.
Yeah.
And then the other side, if you're talking to Luka, is this guy knows the way to the top, and he can take you with him. And you can't do it without you, and you haven't done it yet, and you can be the next, and you can be, look at that wall of guys, and he's up there, and he's going to be on every, wall in this league or whatever you want to say. Let him show you what he knows.
Right.
You're the best player on the team. You're the future of this.
Right.
But he knows more than you right now.
I would listen to that guy.
Use what he knows right now. Let's go back to the Rams real quick. You were talking about
Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
everybody
wants
wants
Cleveland.
him. Everybody wants him. I would look towards Buffalo. They need pass rush help. I think they can sign him, and their quarterback is already set in stone. There's no issue there. But all I meant was, and this is funny, when you play, especially in a 4-3 like the Rams employ, Jared Verse prefers to be on the right.
Okay.
So does Myles Garrett.
Okay.
So if you do sign a Myles Garrett, this is just, and I would love to have this problem. That means you're going to put Jared Verse to the other side.
Can I ask a real dumb question?
He can play there, but he's going to have to learn.
Is that a big adjustment?
It can be.
How come?
Well, it's just like it's like batting right or left-handed.
It's that big of a difference.
It can be, yeah, for some people. Like some guys, offensive linemen, they're better on the left or they're better at right. Rob Havenstein he can't play left tackle. He can only play right. He feels better over there. You can put him over there. He just won't be as good.
Yeah.
Same with Verse. He's young enough. If you planted him on the opposite side of Myles Garrett, I think he would figure it out. But why slow that down?
I got another stupid question.
Yeah.
What's is it just starting with your other foot back?
Yeah, the plays come in at a different angle. Yeah.
Okay. I really don't know. I'm
the blocks are
genuinely asking.
different.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, on this side, I don't have to think.
Can't
on this
Myles
side,
Garrett and Jared Verse just pick up who's ever in front of him and throw him backwards from either side?
You would think. But, I mean, that's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
he would learn, but, I mean, it would just be something he would have to learn, and I'm sure he could do it. Another thing is, the whole point about this defense was it's young and you don't have to pay him.
Right.
So you're going to add a dude that's making quarterback money when you're trying to pay a quarterback. So what's that going to cost you?
I think
you're developing Byron Young. And so if Myles is out there and Verse is out there, that means Young is on the bench.
Yeah.
So you just wasted all your time developing him.
Myles Garrett is a terrific player, and if there's a way to have it, would you rather have him on your team than not? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But at the expense of what I think is the important part of it, because Cooper Kupp will not be on this team next year. That seems obvious. The Rams told him, and he told everybody else they're going to trade me, and we're going to figure it out.
I still think there's hope, maybe. You never know.
Maybe. Look, great. I hope so, but it seems unlikely.
Yeah.
So you save a little money there. You got to pay Stafford, but you wonder if this is the season where, okay, we got to give Stafford what he needs because without him, we're in a totally different spot.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. That's the other thing. If you monitor what's going on in Minnesota, they are about to go with McCarthy.
Okay.
So the Sam Darnold thing is real.
Okay.
So you're in the middle of this.
It's fine.
Right now.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is if you pay Matthew Stafford, a lot of your spare change is being soaked up by one guy, or you choose to spend it elsewhere, then you're probably in a different spot. And this is what I want to get into next. The idea of what is this offseason look like? Is it a damn the torpedoes, we're going to go for it again, and we're going to sign guys again like we've seen them do before? Or is this a keep your powder dry because we do have to pay the defense? We do need to go up to a different sort of quarterback. We do need to restock the cabinet for a year from now, 2 years from now. And does the Cooper Kupp thing change all of that, one domino leading to the next? That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. We only got one football game left, folks. One football game coming up this Sunday. You know which one it is. And it is the best place to get real money sports action is with Prize Picks. Here's how you know that's true. 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winning. And that big game, it is almost here, so do not miss out on the last game of the season with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the game. And Prize Picks, they're giving you a freebie, a free pick on the big game where one starting quarterback will only need to throw for 1 yard. 1 yard. I like the chances of both those guys throwing for more than 1 yard. So if you're correct on at least one more projection, you can win real cash. You get 2 or more right, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash with Prize Picks. But you can't play if you don't have the app. Put the app on your phone, and when you're signing up, use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V. And when you do that, they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Code TRAV, T-R-A-V, with Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game.
LeBron.
Here's LeBron down the middle with a thunder dunk.
Luka.
This for me is a fresh start. I get to play in LA. The fans are amazing. I got the ocean here, so it's a really big thing for me.
Lake Show. Let's go.
I getting to play for the Lakers, and everybody can say that. And many, many legends pass here, many championships. So that's my goal.
This is the home of LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers. 710 ESPN.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Offers end March 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Less $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and switch to the expensive shampoo with amino acids. Sure, you don't know what those are or why you need them, but it sounds very impressive. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can massage it into your scalp every day. Now, if only you can get people to lean toward your head to smell those aminos. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shampoo, Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
I know this one.
Oh, wait.
You got
it's not Shabuzi, is it?
It is?
It is Shabuzi, okay.
Tipsy.
Tipsy. You know, I thought this was a rap song.
Why did you think it's a rap song?
You're thinking of Tipsy, but the other one.
Yes.
That's where you got, but it's the same hook. Yeah, it's the same hook.
But then, just a different genre.
Yeah, we're at the bar getting tipsy. Yeah. Who rapped that one? Was that Chingy? No. I can't. Chameleonaire.
I think maybe.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Yeah, that's it.
I know this is, I believe, Max Muncie's walk-up song.
I see
Is
Jaquan.
it really? I think so.
Yes. Who?
I see Jaquan.
Jaquan. There you go. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. That was a good one.
I was watching the Grammys on Sunday night with my roommate, and he is so off of everything. Like, he's so not into pop culture at all. And so we were sitting down watching the Grammys, and Shabuzi performed this song, and he's like, that's a good song. And it's just like my brain is broken because I've heard that song a gajillion times. Like, you don't know who Shabuzi is? And I'm like, Yeah, he's like, no, I haven't.
Yeah,
this is Jaquan.
I know it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen to you.
But he is my age. He
But
is.
It's not age relative. It's just eventually you just stop being current.
Caring.
And caring. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, I like this. You're like, yeah, this song's 4 years old. It's like,
Oh, I like this.
okay,
Oh, this
well,
song has
I
only
like
been
it.
on the radio every day
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
20 weeks.
Yeah. Crazy.
Shout out Shabuzi.
Or you can go to Dodger games and know some songs because they use them as walk-up
There
songs.
you go.
Like
Yeah.
I know that one from Max Muncy.
I know
and
Freddie's.
I know Freddie's is the Lechona, right?
Yep.
What's
Yeah.
Lechona?
Yeah, it's in there, I believe.
What's
But
Lechona?
you'll hear it's a song. This
This is Freddie Freeman's walk-up song.
because it was Ronald Acuna's walk-up song.
Really? Okay.
And Freddie's kid's favorite player was Ronald Acuna, so
No
when he
way.
got sent to the Dodgers, he used it
And
here.
it's a great walk-up song because you immediately know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like it goes right into
global
what the
now.
song
That
is.
is the one
That's
thing
my
I am jealous
sister's
of.
nickname, La Chona.
Yeah.
She hates it, but
She hates
Really?
it? Oh.
since this song came out, that's been her nickname. She's
Yeah.
like, please stop calling me that. I'm 40-something years old. I'm
like
like,
this.
never.
What's the
Never.
one thing you're jealous of?
That they have walk-up music. That's
pretty cool.
Awesome. Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Oh my God, that's so dope.
Yeah. What would you have picked?
I don't know. I was just thinking of that. I got a lot of songs. Let me pare that down for a minute. I got a lot of songs.
Save it for the softball tournament.
Oh yeah,
this
what did you
summer.
use in the softball tournament?
Don't remember. What did I
You
use?
didn't play last year, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I was playing third.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Mario, who else went yard?
You were no Brian Cohen at third base who
No.
was catching everything.
But there was
Brian
nothing
Wall.
to catch. Everything was over the fence.
No, we got hammered.
Yes. Who was pitching for us? Who was
Was it
pitching?
Ron?
Ron was and
Ron
just
did
got
that.
shelled.
Ron had a bad night. Look,
Yes.
hey,
Yeah.
baseball's unforgiving. Sometimes you have a bad night. Ron had a bad night.
Wow.
This is, and always will be my walk-up song.
Oh my God. That sets the tone.
Yep.
That
That's
sets
what
the
you're
tone.
getting.
I like it.
That's
I
what
like
you're
it.
getting.
Yes.
All right, so Cooper Kupp is very, very likely not going to be on the team. They have a decision to make with Matthew Stafford. And then kind of take me through the trickle-down effect of if you pay Stafford, you kind of have to sit tight on everybody else because he's going to soak up a lot of money and you don't have a lot of moves to make? Or do you do what we've seen them do previously, which is we'll figure it out later. We're going for it now.
Well, it depends on how much money he wants and how much he's going to command. And you have to wait until Brock Purdy has signed his deal. Has he signed his deal yet? I don't think he has.
Not yet.
That's going to kind of set the market, and then you
Okay.
know. But you have to also sign guys like Kyron Williams. That's going to factor in. You have to make sure you're ready to sign Kobe Turner. You have to make sure you're ready to sign Puka Nacua because that's coming soon.
And every dollar I spent today is a dollar I can't spend tomorrow.
Correct. And then down the road, down the line at some point, you've got two guys that were Rookie of the Year, or one actually was, and the other one could have been. So you're not paying that side of the football, so you're lucky. It's like the reverse.
The cheap quarterback.
Cheap quarterback. You got
Yeah.
a cheap defense for right now, but
Yeah.
at some point you're going to have to, those checks are going to come due. So
Just philosophically, like take the name Rams off of it, but best you can. Do when you're in the window, and I think they are, right? They've been to the playoffs the last couple of years. You still have a high level. Do you just say, I know I've said this before. I think the hardest thing to do in sports for an executive is to be good today, but be ready for tomorrow. It's super because they're not complementary. It's very difficult to be really good today and not be naked tomorrow because I'm spending tomorrow's money to be good today.
Right.
Which is a better plan, to be just go for it and we'll figure it out later, because the Ram reset, the most recent one we've seen, lasted 1 year. That was a pretty short damn reset.
Because of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
And that factors in. That's why we're sitting here thinking about paying him again. And I think it all hinges on him. As far as the window being open and going all in, I would say yes if you get Stafford back. You're ready to go. You hit the ground running.
Well, if he's not back, it changes everything,
Everything. But I don't think it closes the window. It just changes it some.
It changes the way you crawl through the window.
And this is like you're like going crazy over Luka, and I love it. I'm just messing with you. But the one thing you said about Sean McVay is, and I agree with you, as long as you have him, you're always in that window.
I totally agree with that. But I do think
a coach like him, if you had to shift gears, let's say Stafford prices himself out.
Okay.
Or gets a better offer from, say, Pittsburgh.
Got it.
Right? And you go with Sam Darnold.
Okay.
I would still feel comfortable with the window being open.
It's open. It's not just open as wide.
It's just different.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with all of that. That with Sean McVay and an elite quarterback, I have a really good opportunity to maybe make a run at a Super Bowl.
Yes.
With
next year.
Yes, with Sean McVay and a good quarterback, I've got a chance.
Yes.
It's not quite the same.
Sean McVay with a good quarterback and a lights-out defense that you supplemented through the draft, and maybe free agency money because you saved money on your quarterback. And you go all in on that side.
Yeah.
You could see that happening.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I think there's a portion of this that, and I'm going to use this word, and I know it is almost always associated negatively, and I don't mean it negatively. I actually mean it in a very positive sense. Ego. And
oh yeah, I would have said agent.
No. I'm talking about Sean McVay.
Oh yeah.
The ego of, I can do it. That guy.
Of course you can.
Watch this.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have to have a full house to win the hand.
See,
I can win it with another hand. I don't have to have the best cards at the table to win this thing. I just have to have good enough.
Of the Stafford effusive praise is, I can coach.
Yeah.
I can get these guys ready to go. If you look at what O'Connell did.
That's a healthy thing.
With Sam Darnold. Look at what a guy that used to work for me has done with Sam Darnold. Imagine what I could do with him if he comes to the source. You see what I'm saying?
I buy it and I believe it, but you know what I like?
What?
Margin of error.
Well,
I like a little margin of error that Aaron Donald provided, a little margin of error that Matthew Stafford provides, a little margin of error that Todd Gurley provides.
Well,
just they're that good. That,
that's what he's going to say.
I just need you to do something crazy right now.
But that's what he's going to say right here. The Stafford people are going to say, you need me. This is why I deserve X, Y, and Z, right? If I'm Sean McVay, I'm saying, no, wait a minute. I've done this with Goff. I can do this with someone else. I don't need to pay this much money for a quarterback when I have some other areas I need to pay too. So either you draw back your demand a little bit, or I might have to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
If you think you can get this done in Pittsburgh, good luck. But I think if you're here and if you're focused on what's important, the Lombardi, this could work here.
What if I'm in the back room and we're making the decisions about who's going to get the money and who we're going to say, I'm sorry, we can't do that. We got to move on. I'm taking a look at, like you just said, at the Lombardi Trophy winners, and I'm going back 15, 20, 25, 30 years. How many of them have won the Super Bowl with something that wasn't excellence at the quarterback position? There's some,
few and far
but
between,
there's not
man.
many.
That's what I'm saying.
There's some, but everything else needed to be really special.
Right.
And if you think you're really special everywhere else, then maybe you take your shot.
You sound like Stafford's agent. Oh, really?
But
click.
But the guys that win the Super Bowl, the teams that win the Super Bowl, almost always have a special quarterback.
No doubt.
It's not 100, but it's damn close to it.
I'll make sure to thank you on the podium as I take the Steelers to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you for not signing me.
Yeah.
You're right. Just remember that as I walk out the door.
It is the sobering thought that, okay, well,
I
got a
wouldn't want
great
to do
defense.
that. I wouldn't want to do that. I think he's the catalyst. I think you need to have Matthew Stafford back in the fold. With this defense, the way it's getting ready to take off, it's young and it's relatively inexpensive. If you have a veteran quarterback of that ilk, you have a chance to win right now.
Look who's been going. I mean, take the last 25 years of this league have been Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, maybe the two greatest guys to have ever done this. The guys that have broken through are Matthew Stafford. You know, that he's a special guy. Then you got a Flacco. Well, they had a defense that was maybe one of the great defenses of all time. Trent Dilfer. Like there's a few, the Bucks. Okay, Brad Johnson, but you had Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice and John Lynch and Derek Brooks. It's
4 or 5 guys maybe that weren't superhuman. But for the most part, you need great. Yes.
I want to clarify something, as many people have now tweeted at us. It is not Freddie's walk-up song, La Chona.
Who's it? Oh.
It's Bad Bunny. It's apparently, well, Laura, you can clarify this. I don't think it's anybody's walk-up song. They just occasionally play it.
Ooh. Are you getting
I
that?
don't think right now it's anybody's.
They just like to play it a lot of times.
Okay.
And
you guys
so
lied on
occasional to play
Lechona.
it. So
here's what I thought it was Freddie.
You lied on Lechona. Hold on.
I made the mistake. I will own it. I said it first, and so I was wrong. I know I've heard that song a million times at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
I thought it was Freddie's walk-up song.
I also
Freddie, I
thought it was
apologize
too,
to you, but I got that wrong. And guess what? I don't give a damn. I like it anyway.
Honestly, like that
Pound
song.
sand. I don't
that
care.
song is like Suavemente. You play it and
Yeah.
everybody knows it, so it doesn't matter. Like, get over it.
You are Luka
apparently
Fork. You
by
cannot be brought
MLB
down.
drunk.
You cannot be brought down. Yes.
It was Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
I thought
his
he was
kid
wrestling.
loves Bad Bunny.
I thought he was wrestling now. Bad Bunny.
Maybe.
Bad Bunny is in
He
wrestling.
came out in like one thing.
He's been around. He keeps coming up every now and then.
But it's
That's
like
what
He was in the
wrestling's about.
Mexican.
More plugged. Every day I learn you're even like I know you're a wrestling guy,
Yeah.
and then I realize that you're a little bit of a bigger wrestling guy than I thought, and I keep thinking you're deeper into it.
Just when I'm out,
the
they
day
pull
before.
me back in. I don't
think you've ever been out. I think you've been in the whole
They
time.
pull
do
me
know
back in. Yeah.
That Bad Bunny was in the movie about the Mexican wrestler that came out last year.
Nacho Libre?
No,
Not that one.
I know he's not Mexican, but he was in that
Mil
movie.
Mascaras. The masked wrestler?
No, it wasn't
Oh,
that.
not-
It stars shoot, I'm forgetting his name right now.
But he's been at shows. He's been in a few
He
shows.
has, but I think it's more of a publicity.
Of course it
thing
is.
than-
Yeah, I don't think he's getting in the ring and taking
Also,
bumps and stuff.
His
Yeah.
He was-
new album, great.
So he was in the movie with Gael Garcia Bernal that
Oh.
came out last year, and he is in the movie acting.
Can he act?
No,
No,
but
yeah. That's all right. He's in the movie. Oh my gosh! So when I was,
I love what
He looks good.
when I was banged up on
Yeah?
Monday and I was just sitting on the couch, I watched multiple episodes of Law and Order in a row.
Oh,
okay?
which one?
Which one?
The Law and Order, not
Law and
SVU,
Order.
Law and
Okay,
Order,
yeah,
Law
yeah,
and Order,
okay.
right? The original. So
Who's
to
the
speak.
cops?
This one was Anthony Anderson and Jeremy Sisto were the cops.
I like that.
They
Underrated.
weren't bad. They
Underrated
weren't
duo.
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And, it's every episode of Law & Order where they go into the office to question the guy that's the suspect, and the guy doesn't give him anything. And then as they're walking out, the secretary goes, well, I saw blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And I look, and the secretary was Lindsey Vaughn.
Get out
the
of
skier.
town.
And
No
I'm like,
way.
Lindsey, and I'm like, okay, she has to have a bigger role in this. Her character, no way Lindsey Vaughn's coming in to deliver 2 lines. 2 lines.
have you seen the Robin Williams one?
No.
Yeah, he's in an episode where he plays the bad guy in an episode.
But is he in it for more than 2
No,
lines?
no, he's like the big guy.
He's the bad
yeah,
guy.
he's the big
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
But
yeah.
and Lindsey Vaughn also not great at acting is what made me think of your Bad Bunny line.
And the movie is Cassandra. Came out.
Cassandra. She used to. She was around a lot.
Lindsey
around this
Vonn?
team, the Rams.
Yeah?
She was dating one of the coaches.
Oh.
We'd see her a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, nice person.
Good skier.
Yes, very nice.
Good skier. Not a great actor.
No.
We'll just leave it
Funny.
at that.
Good for
She
you.
pulled it off. She got through
Yeah.
it. Factor Caps coming up next. Strava DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I got questions, by the way.
Shoot.
Sit tight. We'll get to them in a second. Okay.
I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. So before we do that, let's talk about Rotolo Chevrolet, right? If you've been thinking about a new Chevy car or truck, Rotolo Chevrolet is the place that you've got. I haven't seen my guys in a while. I need to go back out there and see my pals at Rotolo because they're going to do for you what they do for me. They make you feel good about everything. They just know everything about the inventory. They know everything about the pricing, and they're going to just make you feel great about your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet. Not only have I been driving a Silverado from them for many years now, I bought other cars from Rotolo as well because they're giving great deals, great customer service, and you know what's up. How many times have you been able to say that at any other car dealership? That's what you're going to say for sure at Rotolo Chevrolet. It's not just me telling you, it's 13 years in a row of Dealer of the Year saying the exact same thing. So if you're in the market and you're near Fontana, come on out to Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, you cannot miss Rotolo. A sea of Silverados. If Fontana's a little not in your backyard, go online, rotolochevy.com, ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com. And whether you go in or go online, make sure that they know that Travis sent you in to Rotolo Chevrolet.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
All right, here's Devin. Hey, Devin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Devin.
Sports Graffiti's lit, the lines are lit, Laker fans are lit, LA's lit, ESPN 710's lit, baby! This move right here, what I don't hear people talking about, it's going to extend LeBron James's career, where we're talking about one more good year. I can see us getting 2 or 3 more good years out of LeBron and us hoisting that trophy in that time. I'm out.
All right, he's out.
I love his enthusiasm.
He's already the oldest guy in the league.
Everybody's lit, according to him. We're all lit.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
In tough times, no one stands alone. The recent wildfires have deeply impacted our LA community, leaving many of our neighbors facing unimaginable hardship. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or just need someone to talk to, hope is just a call away. Call the LA County Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 1-800-854-7771 for free emotional support, service referrals, or crisis counseling, or visit dmh.lacounty.gov/gethelpnow/. We're in this together, LA. Stay strong.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Did you know Children's Hospital Los Angeles runs one of the largest clinical trial programs in the country for kids with cancer and blood diseases? It's true. At their Cancer and Blood Disease Institute, your child can access tomorrow's treatments today. They're #1 in California because they offer kids therapies not available at most hospitals. It's a little like stepping into a world where medical breakthroughs happen daily, and they're always pushing what's possible.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Buenos dias.
What up, dog?
Yo. Okay, so yesterday I was being lazy and I ordered DoorDash. And I just didn't want to make dinner, and so I ordered DoorDash. And typically, when you do that, the person doesn't really communicate with you unless there's something going wrong. So, like, the dasher will say, hey, you know, I'm stuck in traffic or waiting for your food, etc. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, they don't message you at all. So, yesterday, my driver decided to message me, and I'm not going to reveal his name, but his name... Yes. So, the first message I received was, waiting for your order. Okay, sweet. Don't really need it. Because I got a
like he's
notification,
at the restaurant picking up your food.
but don't really need it. Second message was lady, and I go okay, and then
Just the word lady.
just lady. Then the third message I get, which is a couple minutes later, that says I'm on the way, comma lady, and I'm just like okay, lady, and then he messaged me again when he arrived and says I'm here, lady. And again, you're assuming that I'm a woman too.
Yeah.
I guess it just say Emily on it, but again, you're assuming.
Does it have
these
your
things.
picture?
No, just
Okay.
Emily.
Safe bet.
But I think he's probably trying to say ma'am or some other version of that. But
ESL
lady,
maybe?
Yes.
Has to be.
highly likely.
Okay.
But lady has a negative connotation to me. It's like, okay, lady
To
is
you?
what I when someone says lady, it's like, okay, lady.
How many times do you use that in a sentence?
Lady?
Lady.
Not frequently.
Yeah.
Yes, like
you
when
might
was
be
the last time you
right.
used
Yeah.
lady? It's like, or milady, which is
Yeah.
like super corny,
I do
whatever.
that a lot. Yeah, for fun.
Lady has a negative connotation. Travis Petrocap.
Cap, it's not negative. It's an odd connotation, but I don't think it's. You know what the thing I think of?
Yeah.
I believe it's Step Brothers. I'm racking my brain trying to think of it when. Not Will Ferrell, the other guy named
John
C.
C.
Reilly's
Yeah.
character goes, "Hello, Miss Lady."
Oh.
it's oddly formal,
Oh, you
but
changed it. Yeah.
but I don't think it's entirely about tone. If it's like you said it, Em, then yes, it's meant to be like Karen, right? But if it's just oh, my lady, or oh, I took my lady to dinner, it's not negative. It's just strange.
It's just I don't
It's
like
odd.
it.
Yeah.
DeMarco.
I'm gonna go fact, but you just changed it a little bit because Andre the Giant had one of the greatest lines in The Princess Bride. Hello, lady.
Yeah.
It was so cute. I just But usually, if I use the word lady, I might be mad at you.
There's this lady at the stop sign.
Right.
Yeah,
Or, like,
exactly. Doesn't have a
lady,
negative.
leave. So, fact. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not from like the.
What if I said to you, and not that I use this, but if I said, "Oh, my lady and I went to dinner on Saturday night."
Ew.
I know.
Puke.
I'm not saying I do it. I'm just.
Ew.
But that's not negative, is it?
I think of you negatively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you might have a point here. Yeah.
Laura, what do you think?
I'm going to go Cap just because it doesn't really annoy me. But I also was a little lazy yesterday and ordered DoorDash. And no lie, my delivery guy was like, be there soon. And I'm like, okay, thanks. He's like, I'm here, coming up.
Is it Funches?
Elevator. No. But I was just
Like
like,
every
so
turn,
weird.
yeah, updating
I'm
you.
like-
And I'm
Yeah.
assuming you or someone who has just like leave it at the door as your
So
instruction for them.
I can't do that because then they actually won't leave it at my door. They'll
Oh.
leave it like at another lobby because we have multiple lobbies.
Oh.
So I do have to say hand it to me, and then but I'll send them like, hey, you don't have to actually knock or whatever. Like just leave. Yeah, but they have to at least come up because if not, I will never find it.
I've only
Somebody
used
will
it on
steal
the road.
I used
Yeah.
it recently.
Oh,
Just I couldn't move.
Right.
But
Only on the road. Yeah. Not here.
It's convenient. You pay for it though.
It's expensive. I bought some like Panda.
You're paying a
$50.
You're
Like, what
paying
are
a
we doing
premium.
I
here?
have Dash Pass,
Yeah. Oh.
and
Me too.
it's the same amount as if I went to the store and bought it.
$50 for $10.
But you're
worth
paying
of
for the
food.
Dash Pass, so there's some fee.
Yeah.
My butt.
It's actually I don't pay for the Dash Pass. It's in my credit card already.
Okay.
So it's a part of my perks, of my credit card.
Yeah.
But
That's dope.
yeah. Anyway, so I was listening to a podcast this morning, and Jameis Winston was a guest, and you know him. He's going to be the Fox Sports correspondent in New Orleans, and he was talking about to the hosts that he has a cousin that will make them the best cup of gumbo that they could have in the city. Like, don't go anywhere. Go to my cousin.
Is he from Louisiana?
He's from the South, and I think he has relatives everywhere,
Okay.
and so he's like, don't go to a restaurant. Go to my cousin and get a cup of gumbo. So
He's from Alabama.
Okay.
I'm going to change this a little slightly, but food from someone's grandma is better than the food you can get at a restaurant.
Fact. 100 fact. If it's somebody's grandma, especially from like the South, yes, that food is better than you'll get anywhere in the world. That is an old recipe. I bet she can make it without the recipe. She just knows
she's made it a billion times.
1,000 times. Yes, absolutely. Fact. Yes.
I don't have anything to add to that other than, especially if we're talking about any sort of cuisine that is ethnic, right? Like if a Mexican grandmother, an Italian grandmother, a Cajun grandmother, like somebody that is making something that is specific to their culture.
Yeah.
It is just above and beyond. If your grandma's just going to grill you a steak, restaurant's going to do that better. But if
My brother's gumbo is my grandparents' gumbo.
Yeah,
and
but
which
if they're
was
making
their grandparents' gumbo,
or they've got a brajol, or they've got some sort of tamales, or whatever it is, they're doing it better than you're getting it at a restaurant.
There's actually a restaurant in New York City where they have a rotating grandma. Like they have a different grandma every month, and you can go to this restaurant, and that grandma will make whatever their specialty is.
Yes.
Laura, do you agree with this, Factor Cap?
Go ahead, yeah.
100% fact. My mom is a grandma, but her cooking is amazing.
Yeah.
And any grandma's cooking I've had is really good. So
In St. Louis, the place called The Hill. It was all Italian food. Every Italian restaurant in that city is from the same 5 sisters.
No kidding.
The same 5 sisters. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's insane, but it's all good stuff. That's what I mean. It's old recipes.
That's hard to beat.
All right, I have one more for you guys. And there's this account on Twitter called like Uber Facts, where they'll just say facts sometimes. Not about Uber the car, but it's just facts about life or whatever.
Are they facts?
I double checked this one. I Googled it really quickly, and apparently this is a fact.
Okay.
But this was their tweet: that dogs sometimes lie awake at night thinking about their problems. That dogs have anxiety and will think about
They
their
have
dog
existential
problems.
thoughts.
Exactly. So my statement is: dogs have no problems. You have no rent to pay. You have no kids to take care of. Kind of, mostly, most of the time. What do dogs have to do? So dogs have no problems. Laura, Patrick, Cap.
100% Cap. Because there are, I had a really anxious dog, and but it was also support animal, so I feel like it took on my anxiety. So,
well, yeah, that doesn't seem like it's very helpful if you have a support dog with anxiety.
Well, he took over my anxiety.
That's kind of
Rest in peace.
It's like a sponge.
But, yeah. So,
Travis?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're quite the same things. Like maybe keep you and me and DeMarco and Laura up at night about. Am I going to be able to retire? Am I going to die alone?
Yeah.
Like these sorts of things. But somebody's got to. A dog can't feed itself. A dog can't let itself out to use the
there's some
bathroom.
issues there.
A dog can't. No, the dog can't clean itself. There are things that dogs need, animals need that they can't do for themselves if they're domesticated like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got problems.
I would love to be taken care of like the dog.
Heck
Yes.
Yeah. And right?
Yes, they live like a baby, basically, where they just have to have everyone else do everything for them.
But he's right. I mean, can't go outside on its own. Yeah, it's bad.
Can't open that can of food.
Yes, and it can't catch that squirrel. This thing has been taught me forever. Yes.
Yeah, just give me one more shot.
One more. I'll get you this time.
You know what I got sucked into the other day?
What?
I don't know what your dog thing reminded me of it. There was an Instagram reel, and now it's going to send me nothing but cat videos because it was cats jumping on things that had been covered in tinfoil. And the cats shoot through the roof. I don't know what cats.
Oh, that's classic YouTube. That's the first YouTube ever.
Wait,
I'd never seen it before. Cats hate tinfoil.
Cats shooting through the roof.
They
they step and jump.
They put it on the kitchen counter. They want to get the cat from jumping on the counter.
Oh,
so the cat will jump off, and it's like there's a spring-loaded thing. The cat just goes.
Okay.
I must have watched it 10 times. It was amazing.
Sometimes that stuff is hilarious.
Factor Cap is brought to you by the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Thanks to Joe for sponsoring Fact or Cap as always. Give us a call right now, 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-ESPN for your chance at an Islands Super Square. For the big game, winners will receive big prizes. How about this? An Islands gift card if you win the first quarter, $100. Islands gift card if you win the second quarter, $150. Islands gift card if you win the third quarter, $100. And if you get the final score, you win $250 from an Islands gift card. Who's got the coldest beer in town? Of course, our favorite,
Travis.
Islands Restaurants. They're tied for first with those frosty mugs of beer paired with the best burgers and fries. It's time to visit paradise. I've changed your mind on that, haven't I?
The beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you throw a couple of cold Cokes in there. I'm with you.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Since you brought it up.
Yeah.
Got my beer cooler.
Yeah.
Got another cooler with non-alcoholic stuff.
Nice.
Cokes, waters, sparkling water, stuff like that.
Super cold. Hurt your hand.
As cold as the beer. They're both getting treated the same way.
Coca-Cola must be cold. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
How many times do you think Jameis Winston has been in the top 10 as far as passer rating?
I don't understand rating enough to. I'll guess.
Yards per attempt. How many seasons do you think he's been in the top 10?
Jameis Winston's been in the league for roughly 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, exactly. Since 2015.
Okay. Jameis, and what's the question? Passing yard. Well, I know he likes to push the ball downfield, so he
Yards
throws
per
a
attempt.
bunch of picks.
Yes.
Top 10, I'll say 5 times.
4 times.
4 times.
4 times. He's
Pretty
better.
good.
I'm looking up his numbers. I'm like, he's better than you think.
Okay, but you can't just pick the good ones.
No. Okay, so passing touchdowns.
Go to interceptions.
Passing TDs. That is the most important stat for a quarterback, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Or at least one of them.
Sure.
He's been in the top 10 twice.
Okay, how many times has he led in interceptions or been in that top 10?
I got that here. Passes intercepted. 5 seasons in the top 10.
Yeah, you can't just pick the good ones. You got to pick them all.
Let's see. Top 10. 5 seasons in the top 10 as far as pick sixes.
Yeah. How many wins?
Let me look for wins. But I mean, it's a pretty impressive career.
He's not a bad player.
He's top 100.
He's a volatile player.
Yes,
he is exciting. And what did you just do? Look,
both ways
at the Coliseum when the Rams were before SoFi opened.
Yeah,
he put on one of the most bizarre games I've ever seen. He threw for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, and threw 2 pick sixes.
Unbelievable.
It was like, what am I looking at here?
So
and by the way, he won that game.
This is his awards. 2015 was on the All-Rookie team. Acknowledge, right? That's pretty special. 2017, he was in the top 100.
Yeah,
that's when he was rolling, and then it just kind of. What happened?
Jameis. That's what he does. Right. That's what he does.
Too much success. Right.
I got an Ohtani question for you, and it's one I didn't like hearing. It wasn't my question, but it's a good one. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Luka Dončić joining forces with the Los Angeles Lakers is a seismic event in NBA history.
The home of Luka and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The game's about to start. Where's the guac?
You didn't think I'd forget, did you? Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the freshest guacamole every day, but the best part is they make it exactly how I want it.
Northgate Gonzalez Market uses the freshest ingredients to make our famous guacamole. Pick up our daily fresh guacamole or have it made to order with only the ingredients you want your way. Win with Northgate Gonzalez Market's authentic fresh guacamole. Now that was a great call. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321. Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
If I'm Luka, I'm not motivated to put up 70 against the Mavericks. I mean, I'd like to. I'm motivated to stick it to the Dallas Maverick organization for the things that they have said about you on the way out the door. I want to prove them wrong.
Right.
I want to, and by the way, listen, and I'm going to say this to you, and you and I have talked about what his body looks like. You could take Luka, you could have him work out every day with LeBron.
Yeah.
You could have him eat every single thing that LeBron eats and not 1 calorie more than LeBron. And in a year, Luka will not look like LeBron. His body is just different.
Genetically different, yes.
That's
LeBron is an Adonis.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Hey, there we go. Yes. And Bad Bunny did wrestle.
Okay.
I'm looking at Laura. She's not
Okay.
looking at me, though. He did wrestle.
Okay.
Who
What do you mean,
cares?
okay? See, when I'm right, you don't care.
I'm giving you the okay. What else do you want? A cookie?
No, I want more. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yell at Jorge every day.
Yeah, that's true.
The Bickersons.
Oh, we're back to that.
We've
I was
evolved.
glad I was leaving.
I like when you yell at Jorge.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Bring up Michael Bublé. See what happens.
Oh, yeah. Are you still
Apparently
fancy like that?
I was like, apparently that's Shohei's postseason walk-up song
Yeah.
is the Michael Bublé version of "And I'm Feeling Good."
Is it really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they
nice.
changed. I think I don't know if all of them, but I know he did because him usually is the Showtime one, right?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
could go up to whatever he wants. He could go up there to trash cans banging. I don't
Dead
care.
silent. Do you have to have walk-up music? Can you go up dead silent if you wanted to?
If your choice was silence, I'm sure that they would accommodate.
Or they give you the organ, right?
But if you said, I would like nothing,
Yeah.
I'm sure they would give you nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, much like Luka,
Yeah.
if Shohei said, here's what I would like, they'd say, great, that's what we're going to do.
Anything
can't,
you want.
Can't wait to do it for
I
you.
want the 2 Live crew.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to have to edit a few things. We're going to have to find the radio version of Luther.
Will anybody use Not Like Us? Somebody's going to use that
You're
as a
going to have
walk-up.
to help me with that. I don't,
Oh, that's
You know that
Kendrick
song.
Lamar.
I'm sure I do. I'd need to hear it. I don't know songs
They not
by
like
names.
us. They not like us.
I
just
think
won a
that
Grammy.
that one's
Okay.
like
Biggest song of the year.
universal.
You've heard
Yeah,
this
you've
before.
heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the name.
I wonder if somebody's going to use that as a walk-up.
Maybe.
Because it's been everywhere now.
Didn't they did? I think somebody did.
Did somebody use it already?
Yeah, somebody
Okay.
already was it Gavin Lux?
But you can't
Somebody
use it
did.
now.
Well, Gavin
Yeah.
Lux can go play it in Cincinnati
There
if
you
he
go.
wants because he's gone.
Yeah, somebody used it already.
Really? Okay. Nah.
Poor Gavin Lux.
Yes. Funny story. This is when I was a kid, when I lived with my cousin when he played for the Mariners.
Tiny Felder.
Tiny Felder. Ken Griffey Jr. got Hip Hop Hooray
Okay.
before it even came out.
No way.
That was his walk-up song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's junior.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, sir.
Yeah. Look, DeMarco, you were a high school state champion, a national champion, a Super Bowl champion. So you've had a really nice athletic run in your life. But then there's that thin slice of like mega star where you get whatever you. Luka, what would you like?
Whatever
I'd like
you
this,
need.
that. Yeah, we'll have that here tomorrow. Is there anything
Sure.
else you'd like? Yeah, but happy to.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yes.
it also comes to like
That's
a
it?
point where, remember Juan Soto?
Which
he was
is bad
asking
for
from the
that.
Yankees that he could get a box, and they said, well, we don't do that. We didn't do that for Jeter.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing that for you. So there's a line for everybody.
There's a line for certain people. I bet if Shohei Ohtani had asked for a box, they might have changed the rules.
From the Yanks?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not.
Yeah.
But I think there would have been a meeting about it. I think that
that's a good question.
with the Juan Soto thing, it was probably, dude, we're giving you $750 million. Buy the damn box. Like now you're just being obstinate.
I just wonder, is that the same thing Dallas did with Luka? You gave him everything he wanted. I wonder.
Look, this is the question we're going to be asking for
Yeah.
years, especially if Luka is the player that he has been. If he continues
Because he's
to
25.
be. He's 25.
Yeah, and he's been good for a while.
And the only rub is that he's out of shape. Or the
Right.
perception is that he's out of shape. And this is what Markieff Morris had to say about Luka Dončić being reportedly out of shape repeatedly.
He's a great guy, man. Super low maintenance, don't need much. One of the only guys that I've been on the team with that will play through any injury if he can get on the court. I hear stuff about him not being in shape, but if you can go in an NBA game and get 30, 15, and 10 like it's nothing, then I don't really know what shape is. I'm confused at that part, but yeah, and you'll see it really soon. You'll make the suggestion if he's in shape or not.
I believe him. That voice. Now, if he said lady, that's negative. Lady, I believe him, though. I mean, that makes sense.
It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
point. Now,
Yeah.
I think he could be right, and then it could ultimately be wrong. Like right now, Luka Dončić is 25 years old, and if he's carrying an extra pound or two, he can still get you 30, 15,
plays through
and 10.
injury.
He can still do it at 25 years old. The
Yeah.
question is, if you're going to be a legend, can you do it when you're 30, carrying extra weight? Probably not, right? That sometime that bill will come due. It's just a matter of when. It rarely comes due in your 20s. For Zion Williamson, it came due right away.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It came due right away. Some guys
yeah.
are able to work their way out of it. Some guys are not. He is better than the guys that we're talking about. So I think he will get to where he needs to get to. I hope so. I don't know if he's going to be LeBron James and treat his body like a science experiment for the next 15 years, but he just needs to get in great shape. Well, that's not asking a lot.
The other side is, I love toughness. Gronk comes to mind. He plays through anything. Tyler Higbee can play through any sort of injury, right? But the whole point is you need to get in shape, better shape, so you stop getting hurt.
Yeah.
I get that you're tough.
Yeah.
We're just trying to eliminate the injuries.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think that's exactly what, if the Lakers had a hope and dream, is that they don't have to get him in shape. It's that they get him in shape and he stays in shape.
And he stays healthy and you play every time. I wonder if load management is gone. I wonder.
For him?
Just period. It seems like load management might be the thing that...
If they take down those minutes from 12 to 10.
Hard
to put that genie back in the bottle. You know what I mean? It's like once guys are accustomed to playing 65 games instead of 80, it's a lot to ask them to go back to playing 80.
Okay, so I don't know what the Mavericks are up to or whatever. I'm just talking about the Lakers. If they give you a max deal, aren't you expecting to see him every time out? Every game? Shouldn't that be part of the requirement?
No.
No?
I think I think if you said this 30 years ago, yes. I just don't, not anymore. Not anymore. It's the same thing, and I'll bring it back to baseball real quick. If I give Shohei Ohtani $700 million, right, I know he's going to get hurt again. As a pitcher, they all do. I gave Yamamoto $300 million. He's going to get hurt. He just did. I know Sasaki they haven't paid him yet, but they're going to, and he's going to. It's just understanding.
But I know you're physically capable of playing every game.
Well, yes and
especially if you take care of yourself.
Just nobody really does that anymore.
Well, I mean,
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Even LeBron, LeBron before he got super old.
You know how many times LeBron's played every game in his career?
Before he got super old, how many?
Twice.
He's been close every year.
Now, he wasn't playing in his 50s. But it just doesn't. The days of guys playing every night are kind of gone.
I just hope it's not 70% of the time.
Yeah, it needs to be more than that. But it's a complicated question. And again, we'll continue the conversation because I don't know if you're paying him to play against Sacramento on a Wednesday. I'm paying him to win the NBA championship. Yeah, but that's different. If I got to win this game to go to the playoffs, of course I am. But if it's a Wednesday game against Sacramento
a throwaway? No.
in December,
sit your butt out. Yeah,
and I'm trying to win the NBA championship, and your knee is barking a little bit, and you need a night, take a night.
Yes,
and I think that's the push pull of it all. It is Super Week on 710. Thanks to our friends at Islands for helping make sure that we have super squares. Listen yet again for your cue to call. Be caller number 7, and you can win 2 squares on your Islands Superboard to be randomly selected by us. And on Sunday, you can win fabulous gift cards from Islands, brought to you by Islands Restaurant. Time to visit paradise. Let's talk about those injuries, specifically Shohei Ohtani's injuries. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
I'm just looking at myself on YouTube. I need a bra. Freaking disgusting. It's like I'm wearing like a see-through shirt, like I'm going to the Grammys with Kanye or something.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Running back, quarterback. Nah. The snack back. The only position that can...
LeBron, the Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. Here we go. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah. You know
Who
what
are
I'm
you taking this weekend?
What?
Who are you taking this weekend?
I'm not picking against Patrick Mahomes until somebody proves to me he can lose a game that matters.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to pick against Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? That seems.
But
I'm not saying they couldn't lose. They could lose.
If
Just
there
you
was
wait
ever,
for our picks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing picks tomorrow? Okay.
Sure.
If there was ever a team that was built to beat Mahomes, it's Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you give him an opportunity, any opportunity, 6 seconds on the clock, he's going to find a way to win.
The game that he lost in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Tampa killed him.
Yes.
Like they blew him out.
Yeah.
It wasn't a particularly close game. I think that's the only way you beat those guys.
Do we need the Chiefs to lose to save the world?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? 'Cause yeah.
Look,
No.
You don't think so?
My
Okay.
sports fandom is a little bit different, I think, than some other people's. If my team's not involved, I don't really care who wins or loses it. I don't like the Chiefs because they've just been around for a long time, but to root for an Eagles team feels weird.
Also
Like,
history. So
Yeah,
I could root for the team. I don't want to root for their fan base.
Yeah, I my team's not in it.
Yeah.
I just don't really care who wins it.
If Mahomes,
I want an enjoyable game.
It's
That's what I
going to
tell
be
everybody.
that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I want it to be close.
Mahomes wins again. If he wins again,
I do like-
where are we? I heard
you know the
the
answer to
ticket
that.
prices of the Super Bowl are falling.
Yeah.
Because it's Mahomes again. So
Well,
the
it's
people
not
you're
just
selling
that.
to.
It's not just that.
Yeah.
It's both of them again.
That's what I'm again.
Yeah.
Like we've already done this before.
2
So
years
why
ago.
go? Right. That's what I'm
just,
saying.
If this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, well, I already emptied my once in a lifetime bank account.
Right.
I can't
I'll
go
catch
again.
this one on TV.
Yeah, you want me to travel again and pay what again and spend my look? No, I don't. I don't have any money left.
You have to give up the jet skis, honey.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
not
it's
doing that.
Not happening.
Crazy.
Not happening. I just look. Quite frankly, I'm hoping that by the time we get to Sunday afternoon,
Yeah.
I'm able to eat again.
You'll be there. You're getting there. You're getting there. You're getting there.
I just had a thought, like literally 5 minutes ago. You know, I think I'm ready to eat something.
Yeah.
And no.
Oh man. Okay. Well, you're looking good though. You are.
I'm
you should do
not.
some modeling pictures.
I'm not. No, I don't think models are supposed to be green.
Well, I mean,
pasty and green.
we can
and
put
terrible.
some makeup.
I'm gonna need to be worked over.
We can airbrush you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
need some rouge or whatever. What's the pink stuff you put on your face?
Yeah.
Blush.
Blush. Thank you.
Did you say rouge?
Isn't that what it's called? I thought that's what it's called.
Okay, in the 1920s.
Look, I don't use makeup. I don't
Rouge.
know. Forgive me.
Yeah.
What's
Forgive me.
Kanye's wife's name?
I don't know.
You can
Bianca?
wear some of her get-ups now. You're all skinny. There you go.
Is that her name, Bianca?
Bianca Sensori, but
That's her.
let's not have Travis in this get-up.
No,
Come on.
I literally am like, you know, I felt I had that first
Yeah.
pang of hunger in a while. I'm like, no,
It comes
Nothing?
back with the vengeance,
Okay.
though.
not
It's-
there.
I've been eating a lot. So
I
I'm like,
can't
oh.
wait. I'm ready.
I'm not. I
Are you
need
like
to
on
stop.
an IV, Trav?
I'm on Coca-Cola. I mean,
You're not having
I'm
like
on
baby
Coca-Cola.
formula, like kind of stuff to
Pedialyte.
give yourself some
Pedialyte.
nutrients?
Pedialyte.
I've had Coca-Cola for 4 days.
You might want to mix in a Pedialyte.
Yeah,
I had-
Pedialyte.
I bet your
Sure.
electrolytes are low.
I had
Yeah.
so I've been doing that at home.
Oh,
I
okay.
have some electrolyte solution that I mix
Okay.
in the water. So I've got that.
Yeah.
I did have a piece of toast this morning that wasn't great.
The toast wasn't great, or didn't?
I'm sure the toast was fine. I'm
just
not great.
okay. All right, hang in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Tried to eat an egg last night.
What's the first thing Mason
ate
said
half
to
an
you?
egg.
Mason said, "Are you okay?" The second thing was, "Can I catch it?"
Or you can take. I don't think so.
I'm starting to wonder the same thing.
You don't
Well,
want
it
it.
did spread to Susan, so
Well, no, I was contagious. I don't believe that I am contagious.
In that order, are you
have you
okay?
consulted with a doctor about
Here's
that?
the thing. Susan
Yeah.
works in a hospital. She said I'm fine. I take her word for it.
Yeah,
If I were going to get you, I would have got you by now.
true. I know. Well,
So
you
I
never
think
know.
you're
It might
okay.
be one of those lingerers. Yeah,
Could be. Sorry. Can I
all good.
pre-apologize?
Come on, we're sharing it. Let's go.
I read something the other day that I thought was sobering and scary and interesting.
Too bad.
Why are we just going to assume that Shohei Ohtani comes back this year and is just Shohei Ohtani? Because he had 2 pretty significant injuries. He's
Yeah.
getting his elbow rebuilt for the second time. The list of people that have come back from that and thrived is not a long one. right? Pitchers.
Right.
So that is he's got an uphill climb on the mound.
Yeah.
The best version of the guy that's had 2 arm reconstructions is Nathan Eovaldi, who's been pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the best version. Okay? Most of it has been a mixed bag or worse. And he's separated, dislocated his shoulder, however you want to characterize that in the World Series.
That's going to be fine.
Well,
that part's going to be fun.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. He just had but he had surgery on that after the World Series win.
Yeah.
The last time I saw a Dodger superstar who had his shoulder knocked out of joint was Cody Bellinger. He is still not the same.
Really?
That was 5 years ago.
Same level of care?
I don't think Cody Bellinger went to the strip mall to get it
No,
done. He's Cody Bellinger. He's on the MVP of the Dodgers.
Well, you know who did Shohei's last
I do,
surgery.
and for all
He's
I know,
the guy.
For all I know, Elatrosh did this one too. I don't know who did it. I'm just saying I don't think Cody Bellinger was shopping in the discount bin of surgeons.
But I do know that he wasn't, being paid $1 billion. So
he was the MVP of the league.
I'm sure he got the best care available.
Yes,
and I'm sure
that's what I'm
Shohei
getting
is
at.
getting excellent care
I'm
as
sure
well.
he is.
But here's
that's
why.
2 things.
To answer your question, and it's because, and we've talked about this before, you really don't need him to pitch.
No, you don't. You don't have to have him be an ace.
And if he's just hitting, fine.
Fine. But
Yeah.
he had his shoulder pop out.
Yeah.
That doesn't fill me with but I think Freddie was asked this question too, and he was saying, goes, he's Shohei, man. He's just different. Like, it probably came into the clubhouse the next day and was like high-fiving people. It's like he's all
I'm
good.
sure. Yeah,
but
yeah.
we saw him running the bases holding one of his arms. We've seen
Toughness.
this. I'm sure he'll be okay, but we just kind of blew past it. Like, oh, he'll be fine. Are we sure?
Because of every acquisition and all of what you spent on your arms, you don't need him as a pitcher.
I'm
theoretically.
not saying that if he doesn't pitch, the Dodgers win 30 games.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if Shohei Ohtani is not the full Shohei Ohtani, that's a drag.
I would be shocked if he came out and if he was lesser than he was because of a shoulder at the plate.
Yeah.
Pitching, different deal. Elbow, I get you. That's a wild ride. But I don't think the shoulder is going to affect him at the plate.
I hope
it may
not.
affect him stealing.
I hope not. I don't think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
I think I had 10. Is that the number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to raise that a little bit? 10's a little low.
You want to give me 15?
I'll give you 15.
Okay.
We'll amend.
Okay.
15's fine.
I'll
What
go
was
to
the bet
15.
again? Yeah.
Lunch or something like
Lunch.
that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give you 15. 10's low.
I don't think they're going to let him unless it's to win a game. I
Yeah.
think it's, dude, you park yourself right there. No.
I don't think you can stop him if he wanted to. I'm going. Yeah.
I don't know.
You're going to grab him?
No, I think it's going to be one of those, hey, listen, man, you are too important to what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I need you to swing the bat. I don't necessarily need you to steal second base.
I mean, in the dog days, I want Ohtani being aggressive on the base path. I really do. Because, I mean, if it helps us win, unless we're just blowing people out. But, at some point, you're going to have to manufacture a run. At some point.
You'll let Mookie steal that base.
At some point.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to let Blake Snell throw a 2-hitter that day, and we're going to win 1-0.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the only thing is, I'm with you. And same thing with Mookie, Freddie. A lot of guys, if they take a backward step, you're going to be worried. I'd be surprised, but I'd be worried.
But Freddie, I guess, is coming off a little bit of an injury with that rib. But if it were just one or the other, it'd be like, we're going to be all right. But that it's both.
Yeah.
That it's both is like one of those. Are we sure he just hits the ground running and is ready to go? I know that his
probably not
projected to pitch somewhere in May, which sounds about right.
Yep.
Like the Buehler thing, who's the most recent Dodger double arm guy. They thought he would be ready in September, or at least they was kind of projecting like that. He didn't pitch till almost May or June of the next. So they were off by 7 months.
Right.
So we'll see what it looks like. But the pitching thing, I'm with you. They have so many redundancies in that it's not going to affect their win total, I don't believe. His offense could, not that they're going to fall out of the playoffs, but the 50 home run guy, the guy that had an OPS of over 1,000,
you may not need that 50 guy.
You might not need it, but it's still... That's different. That would be one of those, hey, what's up? If he had an OPS of 850, it's like, that is a significant
I don't think
change.
I would let him pitch unless he was 110% ready to go.
Yeah, they might not.
110%.
It kind of goes together with what like Glasnow went over his career single season high for his career. They passed early in the year, like in June. And then he was kind of in and out of the lineup, and then they shut him down. He didn't pitch in the postseason.
Right.
I think you're going to see them do some really depending on your point of view, innovative / bizarre stuff this year.
Pitching?
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Guys are going to be in and out of the rotation nonstop all year long.
All these arms, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. And do you that comes from above, right? That's not Dave?
No, I think it's a collaboration. But it comes
Do
from
you think
above.
that it could be something like a playoff, like a tryout until the postseason? Because you want to get whatever those 5 best rotation guys are by the time that happens. Is it going to be a tryout for everybody?
Everybody gets a day.
I'm going to use it. Yeah. Like, these things take care of themselves.
Yes.
That first of all, they all won't be healthy because that's just not how baseball works. There are at least 2 or 3 of them will be down, just like last year, right? And then 1 or 2 of the guys that are at least healthy probably will be underperforming slightly. Yeah. And that only leaves you 5 good ones. These things will take care of themselves.
It might be Ohtani by the time you get to
It
the
might
playoffs.
be.
Yeah.
It might be. And then he could be the one that's just not in the mix.
Yeah.
And, okay, just DH and hit me a home run
That's
every
an
night.
embarrassment of riches.
It really is.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not even a little bit. And it's going to be fascinating to where, hey, all these guys kind of are firing on all cylinders. And who sits? Because in the playoffs, in a best of 7, you need 4. You don't need 5. Now, maybe they just, because somebody's going to be the best, right?
Your ace pitcher?
Somebody's going to have separated themselves over the course of the season as the best guy.
Always does.
Okay?
Or
you want that guy to pitch the most times.
Even if he's bad, he's going to be the best of the worst.
Right. But let's just say that Yamamoto has a year that's like, I can't believe every time the guy goes out, he's untouchable. Well, I want him to pitch 2.5 times in every series. So I'm not giving it every day you let someone else go is a day he doesn't go. So somebody's got to be missed. Somebody's got to be skipped.
Yeah.
Got to put, I don't know, I'm just making Sasaki in the bullpen. I mean, what are we doing?
You're killing baseball is what you're doing.
Not in L.A. You're not. Not in L.A. You're not.
You're slaughtering the game.
All right, let's go back
and
to
you get Luka. Come on.
I can't wait for tomorrow's game. You know what? Honestly, I'll tell you when I come back.
Okay.
The biggest thing that has changed for me with the Luka trade isn't just that Luka's awesome. It's what he's done to the attitude of this team. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. It was rainy. It was wet this morning. It is supposed to continue to rain a little off and on throughout the rest of the week. Are your wipers ready? Any of your car maintenance ready, right? Is your vehicle due for service? This is the question that I ask you all the time. And if it is, head on in your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, because they can take care of all of this for you. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, wipers, and a whole lot more. You just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes, and it really is 15 minutes. It's not that, it's about 15 minutes, next thing you know, an hour's gone by. 15 minutes is about 15 minutes, and you're down the road with your car running at its absolute best. You don't even get out of the car. That's how fast it is. You sit there nice and relaxed while the expert technicians make sure that your ride is running at its best. There are locations all over the place, 80 of them around Southern California. Here's how you find one. You go to SoCalOilChange.com. You'll find one of those 80 locations. You download a coupon off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Eddie, you're on Sports Graffiti Go.
You deserve an apology from all of us because
Yes.
everything you've said, you've been right about everything.
Yes, I am quite.
I am
quite
sorry.
something, Eddie.
Wait a minute,
Hey,
everything
Greg,
he said,
Greg,
he's been right
can
about everything.
Can
Wow.
we turn that into a promo pronto, please?
I'm not sure we need that.
Yeah.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Mace. All right, let's tackle the age-old question. What do I get her for Valentine's Day? I got the answer. Send foolproof flowers from the Books Company and wow your Valentine. Get 25% off your entire purchase. Books makes it simple. Choose the Quickie Book. With the click of a button, get their best-selling bouquet right on time for Valentine's Day. It's the Quickie she'll brag about for weeks. Or pick from their collection of unique modern designs or go to their flower subscription, the #1 husband life hack, and be the hero every month. You can't go wrong. Books, not just flowers. They're flowers that are cut fresh where they grow the best so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last longer. She will be blown away by how stunning they are. Valentine's Day, February 14th, right after the big game, so don't fumble the flowers. Get your order in now. Go to Books.com, use my promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code ESPN. Books, promo code ESPN.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Lion King?
What? No, it's a new song from the Bad Bunny album.
Just messing with you.
This could be in The Lion King.
See, if I was a woman, she would have said, "Lady,
lady,
Lady?
knock it off."
No, I love it because he's saying in the morning you drink coffee, but in the afternoon you drink rum.
Hey,
Laura, what's the sad one about? Like, I wish I would have taken more photos and been with you more. That's the one that's been popping up on my Instagram.
Yeah,
reels.
I can play it. Do we have time to play it? But yes, I will tell you.
Yeah, come on.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I feel Mufasa striding through the jungle in
yes,
this one.
Right. I'm holding little baby Simba.
Yeah. What's the toucan's name? What's that guy's name?
Not Rafiki. That's not Rafiki. Is Zazu.
Zazu.
Yeah, John
Who's
Oliver
Rafiki?
played him in the other live action.
Yes.
Who's Rafiki?
Rafiki was the old orangutan. Not orangutan. The mandrill.
Rafiki is like the one that does
mandrill.
the circle of life, holds him up. Like Rafiki's the one that holds him
Yes.
up.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And does like the like mark on his forehead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rafiki. I forgot his name. Oh my God. Very famous guy. Not George Benson. Played Benson.
Oh, Robert Guillaume.
Robert Guillaume. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is he still with us?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But remember Benson? That was a good show.
Benson. Okay, but
another show you couldn't put out today.
Benson was weird because, here's what I remember about Benson.
Right.
Okay, we were talking about a sitcom from the late 70s and 80s. So
we're
this
moving
is
out
very
of Archie
relevant.
Bunker, so go ahead.
But Benson was the butler to the governor, correct?
Yes.
And then became the governor.
Correct.
That's not likely to happen, I don't think.
Well,
I mean, that was one of those. Like, I knew that Benson was, kind of a smart guy.
Yes.
But usually that's not, you don't ascend to the
it's not the normal
gubernatorial
career
mansion.
path.
Yeah.
No.
That's,
you never know.
Yeah, that Benson.
Yes.
I did not think we'd be talking about Benson
There you go.
today.
Yes.
Let me put on my glasses so I can read.
Uh-oh.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up. They want us to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to espnla.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. It could be a mentor. It could be a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan. You can even nominate yourself if you'd like to do that. You could win prizes like sweet tickets. You could win Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatments, or the grand prize Invisalign. Enter right now at espnla.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Can I get the sugar-free tickets? You said sweet tickets. Ba-dum-bum. And I hope LeBron isn't smiling. What's better for the Lakers? LeBron feeling slighted or happy?
Well, happy's better.
Happy's better?
Yeah.
Feeling slighted or feeling like he's got something to prove?
Well, that's I would split the hair on those two things. If he feels like, oh, you think I'm done? Watch this. Great.
That's the one I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
But if it's also I'm ecstatic, watch this, that's the best.
I finally get a break. Let him do it.
I finally get a break.
Let him do it. I don't want that one. I want the one that's like, oh, you think I'm done?
I'm okay with both, quite frankly. Because here's what I was getting at. And I want to play this. This is Rob Pelinka from the press conference yesterday. He was asked the question about winning titles in LA. And I think his answer is what has filled me with such incredible enthusiasm about this team, not just for last night or tonight or tomorrow or even this season, but what's waiting for the Laker organization beyond that.
The urgency is ever present. From the first day I started taking this job till I sit in the chair right now, there's always an urgency to win championships. That's what the Lakers set out to do. That's the expectations of our fans, and we're going to put in the work to constantly try to do it. At the same time, you have to be realistic, and if there's not a championship big on the market right now, I can't wave a wand and create that opportunity. We'll continue to work and look for areas that we can complete and fill out the roster. But as we saw with this trade, it takes two teams. But we'll continue to build. Luka and I spent some time yesterday up in my office just talking about the players on our roster he's played with and kind of what he sees as sort of short-term and long-term needs. And I think we'll continue to have those basketball discussions and get this roster to a championship level.
Okay.
You got to be okay with that if you're Jackson Hayes.
Who cares?
I mean, he's still your big.
No. He's going to do what they ask him to do. That's his role in this league.
But a big to win a championship.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I'm right here. Well, not so much.
But to me, see, what got me excited is exactly the opposite of that. Mm-hmm. That it's not, what do we do today? Yeah. What do we do today? It's, hey, we're going to try to figure out today. And that's what he talked about. It's ever present. The desire and the commitment to winning championships. That's the first thing he said. It's ever present. But he went on to say, we got to be realistic. If there's not a cheap big out there, I can't just wave a magic wand and make it happen. He went on to say, we're going to continue to build. Luka and I talked. We went about short and long term. For the first time in a minute, there is a bright light at the end of that tunnel. There is hope at the end of the tunnel, and it's number 77 because he is a special guy and he's 25 years old.
We got years.
There's a, hey, we're going to give it everything we got right now. They're white hot right now. They're playing great.
Balls.
Great.
Yes.
And whenever the hotness wears off and they go back to kind of what they are.
It might not.
Might not. Yeah. And I hope it doesn't, but it probably will.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Give it your best shot, and then let's start building a real, team that can compete next year and the year after that and the year after that.
Yeah.
And it's not this constant thing to plug holes in the dam every year. It's so different.
I just like the way they looked. I don't know what it's going to look and what it's going to take to get that big, and it might not present itself, right? But does that mean Rui is packaged in that deal? What happens to Gabe Vincent, who played great last night?
Yeah, he did.
What happens to I like the way Dorian Finney-Smith has been playing.
He's been good for them.
I don't think he would be part of any package, but I like the way they're playing right now.
Me too.
If you add Luka, you may not need to add anything.
Maybe not.
And go forward. But at some point, if you push this to the summer,
is a path.
There is a path.
That's what's
hope there.
Maybe there's no off ramp on this for this year. Maybe not.
Yeah.
And maybe, like you said, maybe it's just let's roll this and see what happens, and maybe we just offensively steamroll people.
Yeah.
And because But even if that doesn't work, we've got nothing but options moving forward.
No doubt. It's all good. It's all
and
to the
that
good.
has not been the case.
Thank you to Dallas.
And I'm projecting a little bit of my feelings into what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But that team looked crisp and light and fast and motivated and excited and so much Laker basketball, and not so much over the last couple of weeks. They've been playing pretty well. But just felt like a slog, man.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't
heard that.
exciting.
Okay.
It wasn't dynamic. It was just kind of like, were they good? Yeah, they're all right.
I don't know if it was the AD haters. They said they looked faster because AD's not clogging up the lane. And I'm like, that's got to be AD hate. Because while he was here, he was your best player.
Yeah, he was.
But now that he's out, it looks like you're playing faster. I think that might have been just the dead cat bounce.
It might be.
Yes. Somebody got traded. It woke everybody up, and they play like gangbusters.
It might be, but it also could be, and I'm not saying that it's entirely correlated to Anthony Davis's departure, but it could just be, hey, you know what? This actually just works even a little better than we were hoping it did.
Yeah.
That just, because Luka didn't play last night. Luka probably won't play until this weekend, if even by then. But there's a certain energy that has been around this team since he strained that abdominal muscle, where it was in Philly, I think it was. And they have looked really crisp and sharp and fast in the last week or so. And it's terribly exciting. And then you throw Luka on top.
I want Luka to drop 40. Were you going to say something? No? Oh, okay. I told you my favorite pairing as far as DTs was when they brought Ndamukong Suh here to play with Aaron.
Okay.
So it was one wrecking machine is going to be partnered with the other wrecking machine. You would think those two guys would like each other. Man, it was so competitive between the two.
Good.
They hardly even spoke.
Okay.
They did work on the field together, but they hardly even spoke. I like that sort of tension.
Sure.
I really do. You know what happened that year? Aaron Donald had 20 and a half sacks. Great. That's what I want. I hope LeBron isn't smiling. I hope he feels slighted.
I want them
that would be awesome.
I want them to perform. The chemistry between them, if there's tension that creates winning, great.
Great.
If there's, hey, I found my new best friend, and it leads
if
to
I'm
winning.
JJ Redick, I may do some Phil Jackson stuff and like play into that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But look, maybe these guys realize, Step Brothers, did we just become best friends?
Yes.
That all of a sudden it's this, where have you been my whole life?
Yes.
And no, I don't have to be your rival. We can be partners in this.
You can
thing.
argue all the way into the finals.
Yeah. Or it doesn't have to be an argument. If it is an argument and you go to the finals, that's fine.
Yes.
Just go to the finals. But maybe you can skip and hold hands and go there, and that's even better.
That'd be fun. Bring back the old McDonald's commercial. Remember it was like that was Bird and Jordan?
Yeah.
They were shooting from everywhere.
Off the rafters.
LeBron and Luka. Let's go.
Whatever it takes. Hot and cold coming up next. And before we do that, you should call us right now. 877-710-3776 for your chance at the Island Super Squares for the big game. Winners, first quarter, you get $100. Second quarter, you get $150. Third quarter, $100. And the final score, you get $250 in Island gift cards. Best happy hour in town. You know the answer to that. It's Islands is the go-to spot for happy hour. That's sliders, cheddar fries. Those are pretty good. Tiki tenders paired with an ice-cold beer starting around $3. Time to visit paradise. You know what? I just said something that actually, I went, doesn't sound so bad.
Look at you. You're turning the corner.
Cheddar fries.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I think we should start slower than that.
You sound like my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're wrong.
Try some toast first. Yeah.
That sounds the first thing I've said out loud. I'm like, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I just still want to see it again.
I'm getting cheddar fries. It's done. Islands, prepare yourself. I'm coming through. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Saturday in North Carolina, the Kings powered their way to a 4-2 win over the Hurricanes, led by forward Kevin Fiala.
Kings guided up top, deflected out. Foot race back through neutral ice to collect it, and the Kings take over. Right wing, Fiala steps into the middle. Fiala waits, shoots, scores! What a goal! Kevin Fiala, and the Kings lead it 3-1 here in the second period. Hull pressured right wing, and it's back into the neutral zone. Skated away by LA, and they come. Fiala shoots, scores! Kevin Fiala, he's done it again! And with 8:20 to play in the third, it's 4-2 LA!
Tonight, the Kings begin a 6-game stretch on home ice against an Original Six opponent, the Montreal Canadiens. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 7:30 on the all-new ESPN LA app.
You know that old saying, you can have it fast or you can have it good?
When it comes to hiring, ZipRecruiter has put that saying to bed. Because with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, and you get the best person for your job. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Whether you're chilling at home or on the go, get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ TNCs apply.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen.
Boy, time for Who's Hot, Who's Cold. Take it away, Producer M.
And before I get into what's hot and what's cold, it's Super Week on 710, and thanks to our friends at Islands for helping make sure that we have super squares. Listen for the cue to call. We've done it a bunch today and have a bunch of lucky, square winners. But listen for your cue to call. We call our number 7 and 10, and you win 2 squares on our Islands Super Board to be randomly selected by us. Me, I don't think I'm included, but us, the station. And on Sunday, you can win fabulous gift cards from Islands, brought to you by Islands Restaurant. Time to visit paradise.
Good job, lady.
So, what is hot? It's not lady. What's hot
really
is
funny.
an egg heist. Eggs heist. So police in Pennsylvania are trying to crack the case.
I get
after
it.
100,000 organic eggs worth up to $40,000. Don't know if that's actually today's money with the price of eggs right now,
Right.
or if it's just eggs in general. Were stolen from the back of a trailer over the weekend. So I just think that if you are a professional criminal, like this is your profession, this is your passion in life, is to be a criminal and to steal things. This is the stupidest thing you could steal.
Wait a
What do
minute
you guys
now.
think?
Yeah, I
think Christopher Moltisanti.
DeMarco, you took the words out of my mouth.
How much are they?
This is okay.
Yes.
100,000 organic eggs. I don't know. My guess is you could fit roughly 100,000 eggs in the back of a truck.
But they're all going to break.
Or van.
No, they're not.
No.
They steal the truck and then they go to the local neighborhoods and say, "You're going to pay me
It's
instead
gone.
of buying a dozen for $1, you're going to buy them to me for 30 cents."
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
this
all
is a
profit.
mob
Yes.
heist.
And this is also a.
This is what they do with cigarettes.
Correct.
This is a plot point for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like, it's stolen in Pennsylvania.
Ah.
Like, it's going to be that the guys from the bar did it.
Those eggs are omelets now.
Yeah, they're not taking them home
No.
and making,
They're
soufflés.
going right to wherever they're selling them,
Yeah.
and they're gone immediately. Yes.
Yeah, you took the words out of my... I'm like, this is Moltisanti.
Yes.
It literally is, I'm just going to steal this, and I'm just going to sell them to the people that are going to buy them anyway at a discount.
Make sure Junior gets his taste.
Right.
Yes, there you go.
I don't get my beak wet.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like, hey, if you want some eggs, you might have to crack some skulls.
There you
eh?
go.
How do you like your eggs, DeMarco?
Oh, gosh.
In front of me.
You don't care?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
If you
okay.
get your choice, dealer's
Does
choice.
it make me picky if I say over medium?
No.
Okay. 'cause
That's the best.
My dad hates that. He thinks I'm bougie.
I say over medium all
They
the time.
ask, how would
Right.
you like your eggs cooked?
Over medium.
Over medium's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
He likes some country style.
What's that?
That's scrambled, but not scrambled in the bowl. It's scrambled in the pan.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot more white yolk in the
Okay,
scramble.
that's fine,
Yeah,
too.
that's him.
I've never heard that.
He called me bougie.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, you have your pinky out when you drink
You-
coffee
you-
too?
You know what's pretty good?
What?
It's a poached egg.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
not a
egg.
fan.
Yeah.
No?
Me either.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the food? What's the eggs Benedict?
Benedict
Yeah,
has a
Benedict,
poached
yeah.
egg.
Are you in? Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I don't like my eggs to burst.
Not today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's a fun one when it bursts. Yeah.
when you cut it and it goes.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
just
me.
runny.
Yeah.
and-
I like that.
No runny.
I'm with Laura. We'll get those.
Yeah.
They can have
Down.
scrambled.
I like a wet scrambled egg,
Yeah, I like that too.
Like my mom likes a
Yeah.
super dry scrambled
No.
egg.
No.
Not
That's
me.
the only thing I don't like. The rest of them I'm good. But
Yeah.
if you cook your scrambled eggs until they turn a little brown on the edge,
That's too much.
that's
I like
that's
the
aggressive.
the French way to do it. You just like keep on scrambling, scrambling,
Turn the
scrambling.
heat off.
Basically, yeah.
yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Basically, barely cooked.
The
Look at
French
you.
invented cooking. They know what they're doing.
You're talking about food. You're getting close,
Hey,
man. Look at
hey.
you. See? There you go.
All right, what's cold is Back to the Future sequels. Okay, so Back to the Future writer Bob Gale says that they'll never make a fourth film. He says
They didn't make a third one.
It wasn't that bad.
So he says, people always say, when are you guys going to make Back to the Future 4? And he says, you can quote me on this, F you.
Whoa. Really?
So he just really is done with people asking for more sequels, and do you want one?
Yes. Why? Why can't we have more Back to the Future?
He doesn't want
What's
to do
his
it.
point?
He says F you.
I wouldn't mind a reboot and take the comedy out of it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Take the
that's
comedy out
actually-
of it and go that way.
That's actually super
Wouldn't that be
interesting.
cool?
Make it like a dark.
Not
It
dark.
doesn't have to be dark.
Yeah, just-
that sounds interesting too.
Yeah.
Like both of those, like the idea of a reboot, even if you made it another comedy with new actors and everything else, I'd watch that for sure.
Yeah.
A reboot where it's not a comedy, I'd watch that for sure.
Let's recast. Who is Marty McFly? Who's the Doc right now? If you casted it right now.
The Doc.
So you need kind of an old eccentric person,
Okay,
right?
I think that the Marty McFly, maybe he's a little old for this. Joe Keery, who's Mike on Stranger Things. Not Mike. Steve on Stranger Things.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. I think, but he might be a little old, so maybe one of the other Stranger kids.
You know who would be like a good, especially if you're going to make it kind of a weird Back to the Future, who
Yeah.
could be Doc Brown?
Who?
Morgan Freeman.
Okay, that's serious.
Yeah,
that would
because
be
he
good.
brings a certain heaviness, gravitas to the role that would be good. If you're doing it goofy and fun,
Cat
it needs
Williams.
Sure.
See?
That would
Sure.
be great.
Cat Williams as the Doc.
Yeah, great.
He'd be
great.
great.
I would like Leah Thompson to reprise her role as Mrs. McFly, no matter what we're doing with this movie.
Okay.
Huge fan. What up?
Of course,
Leah
I want
Thompson?
another Back to the Future.
We know why you like Leah
I don't
Thompson.
need a. What's that?
We know why you like Leah
Yeah.
Thompson.
Yeah.
She looks like just like Susan.
They do look a little bit alike.
Yeah.
they do. Back to the Future
Really?
4.
Yeah.
Hard pass on that thing. The third movie, in my opinion, was
The
awful.
Western.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a terrible movie. The first First movie, classic. Second movie, yeah, not bad. Let's
Fun.
run it back. It was cool.
Fun.
The third one was like, okay, we're done here. So I don't need the extension of that story
oh my
anymore.
God, she does look like Susan.
Yeah, she does. They look. Well, I like Susan too. Yeah.
You married her.
Wow.
Yeah, it's yeah. So yeah,
Crazy. Okay.
But yeah, you know what?
What?
Dark. It doesn't even have to be dark. It can just kind of be like time bending.
Just take
Back to the
take
Future.
the comedy out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't the comedy
Biff?
kind of what you want?
Well, the comedy.
that's fine
That's
too.
probably why you liked it.
The first guy that was actually. Have you heard the Back to the Future story?
What's the Back to the Future?
The
story?
first actor was actually Eric Stoltz. They shot the whole movie, and it wasn't funny. And they reshot it with Michael J. Fox because
Yeah.
he fit the role better.
Yeah.
So it was a more serious movie at one point. I'd
Yeah.
like to see that one.
Well,
I
but
wouldn't
it clearly
not want to see it.
Beverly Hills Cop was actually supposed to be Stallone
as Axel
in an action movie,
The
and he
thing
dropped
is,
out.
Those
Right.
movies weren't made because they probably weren't good.
He dropped. It was going to be made. He
They
just dropped
made it.
out.
Like they shot a bunch of the movie.
And then they put Eric
Why did
Stoltz.
he?
Yes.
Why did he drop? Just because?
The
It wasn't
director
funny.
apparently hated his
Yeah,
guts.
it was
and
not
they're like,
funny.
Oh, hated the actors.
And
Yeah.
they're like, this movie sucks. We're
Yes.
Was it still Zemeckis?
It was,
Yeah.
and they went back and they wanted Michael J. Fox to
Yeah.
begin with. He was doing Family Ties, and there's no way I can do both. The NBC wouldn't let him out to do the movie, and
then
they
it became
started
available.
shooting it,
Yeah.
and it was terrible. And they went back to NBC and said, "We'll do whatever it takes to get him. We'll shoot at nights and whatever." And Michael J. Fox did double duty while they did the two things,
And it was a hit.
He became
but
Marty
anything
McFly.
he did back then was a
He
hit.
was a
He was
megastar.
everywhere. Yeah. Teen
Megastar.
Wolf was a hit.
Okay.
See?
Teen Wolf.
Right.
Not a good movie, but a super fun movie.
Funny, right? Because of him.
Do you know
he
who
was
played
hilarious.
the wolf in Teen Wolf 2?
Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Yeah.
Jason
I was
Bateman.
gonna
Yes,
get it.
Bateman.
And
yeah.
not quite the same.
No.
And I love Jason Bateman. Jason
Same
Bateman's
thing.
really funny, but that's not the high point of
Yeah.
Jason Bateman's career.
More than I want a Back to the Future. I think we need a Back to the Future right now.
You sold me
Yeah.
on non-funny.
Wouldn't
Back
that be
to the
fun?
Future.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool, right? Yeah.
Is it just the time bending part of it?
What the
why you would be interested in it?
But what
I
would
just
they go
love
do?
the Back to the Future, the whole lore. I love that. You loved it. It's our movie growing up.
But
It's
I
like
liked
Indiana
it because,
Jones.
but it was fun. It was funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily like the story. It was part of it, but
Yeah.
it was Michael J. The
Sports
running into your
Almanac was
mom.
awesome.
That was good.
But
But it's funny.
That
Biff-
stuff was
Biff-
cool.
Biff's
Yeah.
funny.
Right. Biff
Driving
Tannen
into
is hilarious.
the dump truck full of poop is funny.
I'm having a hard time picturing the sale of a serious Back to the Future.
You can't use the DeLorean. It would
you
have to be
could.
something
It'd be a
else.
Tesla.
It'd be a Tesla now.
It would be.
Hard pass.
It would be.
Passing all this. We don't need to go Back to the Future.
Yeah, hard
And there
pass.
we're back to the blank
It
you.
would be. It would be.
Yes.
It's kind of
Wow.
what we were talking about a second ago, right?
Yeah, I
By
think
the
so.
way, I heard a Tesla truck honk yesterday, and it was so off-putting.
The Cybertruck thing.
The Cybertruck or whatever.
Honestly, they're so ugly. Like, there's two of them now in my apartment complex. They don't even fit in the parkings. They're taking 2 parking spaces.
They're
They're
huge.
the ugliest cars I've ever seen.
It
in
looks
my
like
life.
you'll cut yourself if you touch
They
it.
look like
God,
the
it's
vehicles
ugly.
from RoboCop.
It really does.
They
Ed 209 with wheels.
Yes,
Yeah, it does.
They really do.
Do you guys know anybody that owns one?
Yes.
A Cybertruck?
At least 3 people.
No.
Okay, well, because I was
see
going to
them all
say,
the time.
I've seen the people that get out of those trucks, the 2 dudes.
Go on.
These 3 guys are very
The-
nice and they're very professional.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sure
see,
they are.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
But the 2 dudes that walked out of
I
those
know.
cars, I'm like, oh, you got a little tiny man complex. I was like,
That
And
seems to be
Emphasis on the man that comes out of those cars.
yeah.
That's true.
Okay,
That's
I-
very true. I've never seen
I have
a
not seen a
woman behind the
lady.
wheel of a
I have.
Cybertruck. You
Like,
have?
at a rate that shocks me, quite frankly. That, and maybe it's this. I'm seeing the same woman in my neighborhood over and over again, but they're
In a Cybertruck.
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes,
As the driver.
yes.
Haven't
And
seen it yet.
I had the same because the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, I don't think I've ever seen that before, and now I feel like I see it. It's not frequently, but it's not never.
The demographic of your neighborhood is slightly different than.
I understand,
True.
but it's not nothing.
I've never seen it. I can't wait. But I did get on the freeway. Guess what was in front of me?
Cybertruck with a lady.
A Waymo.
I was going to say a Waymo, yeah.
It was in front of me. And I saw 2 people in the front.
2 people.
2 people in the front. Yes.
In the wheel?
So
Like
somebody
where the
was
driver should be.
Right. Somebody
Oh,
was in
that's
the
a
driver's
trip.
side. Yeah. And a passenger.
That would be bizarre
Right.
to ride
Freeway?
in the front left
on
seat.
the freeway.
Okay, so that's so time out. Sorry,
Yeah.
Trav.
No,
So
no.
the reason why, when the Waymos started coming around, they did have a driver. So like on the streets, and then eventually the driver got taken out. They just wanted it as a precaution just in case anything happened.
That's what I thought.
So now
Okay.
that they're doing it on the freeways, because that's the new thing, they're probably
They're putting
having
a driver
Yes.
in.
okay.
And then once it gets
Yep.
going, it'll be
Or
driverless.
they learn from the driver, and that's the studying of it, and then eventually they will be driverless.
How weird would it be to ride in the front left seat as a passenger?
I think that might
I've
be
seen
cool.
that.
It's
Mason-
actually a dream of
has
mine.
Mason
Well, maybe in England.
Yeah.
But the person sitting in the front left seat's driving the car.
Yes.
Like you would instinctually, at least I would, like I want to have my hands on the wheel, my feet on the pedals.
My dream has been to like go back and forth between here and the Bay Area and not let the car drive. I
do
just
the
sit there like
Tesla.
this. That's what I'm saying. But I want like the full. You do it.
Yeah.
I just sit there. No.
Thank you.
No, I'm good.
Next Gen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Hot and cold, brought to you by our pals at Next Gen. 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit nextgenaaronplumbing.com. The Dump coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Just for Kobe to know my name was amazing for me. I just wish Kobe and Gigi were here to see this moment. I'm excited about this new journey. Happy to be here.
The home of Luka and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's Do This.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
I'm on the fence. I don't like him.
Who don't you like?
Me. He doesn't like me.
Oh.
Did that go out on the radio?
Yes,
Oh, my
that
bad.
part. It's okay. Look, DeMarco.
You didn't hear the other part of that, right?
Leave it to
No, I
mystery.
didn't. Okay, good.
It's just you don't like somebody.
There it
we'll
is.
leave it
We'll
at
just
that.
leave it there.
Should have just played it on with it.
So today is National Girls and Women in Sports Day, which I think is, with me and Laura being here as, producers on the show. It's really awesome to see, women and not just playing the sports and being there, but, talking about sports in sports media. I always wanted to be it when I was younger, and I didn't have as many people to look up to every single day. I know there was women ahead when I was young and watching these games, but now I hope that some little girl listening is thinking that one day they could also talk about sports.
Sure.
They could have a love of sports and also a love of other things that make them a girl as well. Like you can love sports and you can love Taylor Swift and you can love,
Not
girly
being
TV
called lady.
shows. Yeah, not being called lady. So, I just like that we have the opportunity today to be able to have that kind of aspect on this radio.
Nice job,
It
ladies.
is so different. I got 30 years in this. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds super depressing to say out loud,
It's
but
not.
but
It's
it's true.
amazing.
I've been doing it. There was one woman that I can think of when I first got started. One that was in a position where she didn't like. There were women who worked in radio, but not in sports radio in a way like you two do.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one, and it was like, oh, okay, whatever. And now there's too many to name.
Yeah,
and
There
it's
is.
just it's changed a great deal for the better.
For me, it's someone who didn't. I love sports, and one of my goals was to work for ESPN. But I've always said that I started in music radio. So being able to have this opportunity, and shout out to Amanda, who gave me that opportunity, and seeing other, because when I started, it was Amanda, Rebecca, who a lot of people she does a lot of things with Lakers and LFC, and then eventually we
Rams
got
too?
Yes, Rams. Eventually we got Lindsay and Emily, and I was like, oh my God, we're getting more women in here. Like, I loved it. But having someone like Ramona and Jessica Mendoza, especially for me as a Latina, because there isn't a lot of, people, Latinos in this space. So for me, having somebody like that, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And being able to be a part of that and being able to show people. Because, let's be real. Like Emily and, she knows there's a lot of people that don't feel like we belong in this space. And we get told daily. I know I do. So being able to have a day that it's like, no.
Who told you that?
I mean, we're not going to
There
get
are
into that.
bad
There's
people
a
in the
lot
world.
of
That
people.
tells you don't belong here?
Yeah. That we don't know what
They're
we're
the
talking
word
about.
that we're not allowed to say here.
Well,
Is
yeah.
what they are.
So it's just
Let's leave it at that.
Is the last hole?
Yes.
Let it
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah.
I also love, DeMarco, hearing about you talking about, coaching your daughters
Yep.
and
Yeah.
having her go out and practice. I didn't have as many women coaches growing up. I had maybe, less, 2, 3, 4 women coaches in all the sports that I played. And I think it's really important to have women be your coaches. And I think also, though, for men to coach their daughters and teach them and learn from their daughters about what it is to be an athlete as a woman. And it is something that is maybe potentially a little different than being an athlete as a man. I'm reading a book right now called Invisible Woman. Highly recommend it. And it's about the invisible, the data difference in women and men, and that most data is designed without women in mind, that it's data designed with male perspective. Whether that is intentional or not, it just changes. And so I think it's interesting to see how the world is different if you view it in someone who
Wait,
other
the
than your
data
shoes.
is different?
So data,
Yeah.
a lot of times, is designed with a
Men
male
involved.
centered. So a lot of our
okay.
medicine, a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
our
yeah.
jobs, how we do business is designed with
Men.
in mind. Maybe that's it's not intentional all the time, just kind of happens to be what happens. So
Same way as I felt as a teammate. You could be pink, orange, big, small. Just know your stuff. Be ready when the ball is snapped. That's all I care about.
and that's very important to today
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
With some things that happened today.
Yep. It's just one of those deals. Do you know what you're doing? Okay.
Yeah.
But we're lucky that
Let's
we
go.
have teammates like that, and
Yeah.
that we're in an environment like that. And one more person, sorry, I want to say shout out to Alicia Del Valle, because again,
I love Alicia.
Yeah.
she knows her bleep.
We're
and,
almost
yeah.
the same age. My first woman in sports was actually Jane Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then she disappeared.
Yeah.
Right. For various reasons
The
or what
first
have you.
Jane
Yeah.
Kennedy was do you remember she was Miss America, Phyllis George.
Phyllis George, another one. Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
She was
yes.
on one of the first ever NFL pregame show with Musburger, Irv Cross, Jimmy the Greek, and Phyllis George.
Yes.
Yeah.
Know your stuff. But I'll tell you, I face off of the Dallas Cowboy O-line. That was terrible. That was terrifying.
Larry
Being
Allen
in the Super Bowl.
ripped the cord out of your
Being in the
shoulder
Super
pads.
Bowl against Bruce Matthews, terrifying. Nothing scarier than facing 10 9-year-old girls at basketball practice and they don't want to be there.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Look,
nothing more terrifying.
I know you've done it a million times, and let me tell you guys this, and all the moms and dads out there that are listening, there is nothing that is more fun and more frustrating than coaching your own
Oh
kids.
my God.
It is super fun, and some of my best friends to this day, like
Yeah.
my adult friends now, the vast majority of them I have met through coaching my kids and their kids,
Yeah.
and them coaching mine, and they're great, but it's great except for the days where it's terrible. And those
It's
are
a
really
challenge.
the only
Yes.
2 days that you get. Great and terrible.
My
but,
directives: exercise, fun. If we win, great. That's it.
Yeah.
Exercise, fun. If we
when
win,
do
awesome.
we flip that fun higher on the list? What age?
You mean like when does win become more important? Yeah. As we get closer to high school.
Yeah.
That's
That's
when
right.
I start to change.
That's
Yeah,
right.
You're right.
That's right.
Right now it's about exercise.
My pal
fun.
G-Fish.
Yes.
I met G-Fish through when he coached my youngest son in soccer and Little League. And he kind of said, guys, we're going to have a good time. And he goes, and we're going to win because we want to have fun, and winning's more fun than losing.
Right.
And so if we win, we'll have a little bit more fun.
Yay.
And he was great.
There we go.
Don't
Yes,
tell him I
sir.
said so. Still Super Cross Talk coming up next.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Good. Have you heard back from Sasha yet?
Not yet.
I know he's on.
He doesn't know who you are.
He absolutely does.
Okay.
You think 100% he doesn't? Sasha and I connected the last time I saw him. We connected.
This is exactly what Kaplan said.
Right, but I mean...
And we said to him, do you know who Scott Kaplan is? And he said, no, tell me.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on it every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer Sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry...
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
All right. It's all about the lightness and the brightness.
You said to me, I can't stop. I watched
He's
him
been
again
giddy
last
all
night.
day. I know, I love
I
it.
said to you during the break, John, I'm like, should
Yeah.
I be this excited about this? Because
Yes.
this is
Can we trust?
awesome.
And here's why. They went 5-1 on the Grammy road trip. But these last two games, at New York on Saturday night and last night against the Clippers, the Lakers basically led 98% of these games, and they were not close.
They killed them.
And the reason that they're not close is they have figured out
Trev,
something
hand me that napkin right there. Keep going.
defensively.
Yeah.
And because of that, thank you.
Right there. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bothering me.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm eating while I'm telling you the story. I don't know what they're doing, but I haven't seen defense like this out of the Lakers in probably 5 years.
Is it sustainable?
I don't know, but the last time I saw it was when Cleveland was here and when OKC was here. They are, every time the other team's best player touches the ball, they immediately smother that guy.
Yeah.
Look at, I didn't actually look this up. Look at what Harden was shooting last night.
2 of 12.
I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, 3 of 12. And what they're doing is they're doubling the other team's best player. And then when they get those guys out of a rhythm, they're taking the ball and they're just going.
Yeah.
And you watch J.J. Redick. Next time you watch a game, he is the minute the Lakers get the ball, even after a made basket, he's doing the old wheel thing with his hands. Go.
Is it scheme or commitment?
No, it's scheme.
It's scheme. It's what they're doing.
They have changed what they're doing defensively. And I think it may, they say necessity is the mother of invention. It may have been when AD went out in Philadelphia, they said, okay, we can't guard these guys one-on-one with size. We don't have any size. So what we're going to do is we're going to trap everybody. And they pick one guy. On Saturday, it was Karl Anthony Towns. Last night, it was James Harden. So they go to the head of the snake, and they say, your life is going to be miserable, and let's see how you deal with it.
Yeah.
And the Knicks couldn't deal with it, and the Clippers couldn't deal with it. Now, here comes adjustments. Steve Kerr's a really good coach. Tomorrow night, I'm sure they're going to try and do it to Steph.
Make you pay.
But
and who the hell knows who's going to be there?
Right.
I mean, honestly, there's stuff. I just looked up at the screen, and Kevin Durant apparently says he has no interest in rejoining the Warriors.
Okay.
So that makes things
So
interesting.
that makes things interesting because there are fewer and fewer destinations there.
But, Trav, can I tell you a couple of small – you were just talking about the old CBS NFL Today show.
Yeah. I love that
Brent
show.
Musburger and Jane Kennedy and Phyllis George and all those people. Okay.
Irv Cross.
So,
Irv.
Mason has sworn off politics forever. He got turned off at the election, so he's out of this conversation.
Okay.
But
I'm out.
to the two of you –
Something happened in politics.
Wait, I might be with him.
there is a really good investigative reporter on CNN named Pamela Brown. Okay. So next time,
I know who that is.
Okay, you know who that is?
Phyllis George's daughter,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
No
that
way.
is Phyllis George's, the
wow.
daughter of Phyllis George and John Y. Brown, the former governor of Kentucky.
I knew she was married to the governor of Kentucky.
And she's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, and Pamela Brown is
very
excellent.
good,
All
yeah.
right, so take it another level. Donald Trump's new chief of staff is a woman named Susie Wiles.
Okay.
Pat Summerall's daughter.
No
way.
Can you believe that?
No.
Two little weird quirks
That
in
is
the whole
bizarre.
thing. Yeah.
Well, that was the whole CBS crew. It was Summerall and Brookshire before it was Summerall and Madden.
And then it was Musburger with an attractive woman. First it was Phyllis, then it was Jane.
Yep.
And then with Jimmy the Greek.
Yeah.
And with Irv. Yeah.
Musburger and Irv were kind of the staples.
Yeah.
And Jimmy the Greek until he
Jimmy the Greek
canceled
was,
himself.
Jimmy the Greek was classic. And by the way,
Yeah.
the first guy to really talk about gambling openly
They
on
weren't-
pregame
yeah.
shows. I mean, he would lay it out there, and it was
an-
controversial.
He
archetype
gave
of it.
birth to ESPN Bet and
Yeah.
what all that
yeah.
stuff is today.
Way ahead of his time.
Okay, so since we're talking about football, DeMarco, I need your help in understanding something.
Yes.
All
The
right.
only car wreck was Rush Limbaugh.
Well, there's been multiple car wrecks.
When they go ahead. Anyway.
Yeah, well, they use on ESPN for literally 3
Dennis
weeks.
Miller?
Yeah.
Dennis Miller, I think, did.
Dennis
That kind of
Miller did
worked. That kind of
2
worked.
years.
Yeah, that kind of worked. Okay, but go ahead. Yeah.
2 years.
Sorry.
Okay. So, DeMarco, off of your greatest show on turf teams,
Yes.
there right now are 4 members of that team that are in the Hall of Fame. Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Orlando Pace, and Isaac Bruce.
Correct.
Tomorrow they announce the finalists for this year.
Got to be Torrey.
How is Torrey Holt not already in?
Okay. Do you know Dave Baker
Yeah,
at
of
the
course.
Pro Football Hall of
Yeah.
Fame? Okay, so we had long talks about this. He said receiver was going to be affected the most because of how the game is played now. You can't hit the quarterbacks. You've created the autobound down in the middle of the field, so receiving numbers are going to go through the roof. I think Torrey Holt has been the victim of that.
Well, anybody who saw those teams play, and I watched all those teams.
Yeah.
There is no greatest show on turf without Torrey Holt.
No.
There just isn't. I mean, if you would have been allowed back then to triple cover Isaac Bruce,
The whole era.
the whole
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
the whole thing comes off the rails.
Right.
The
So-
reason they were so hard to cover was they would line up in these split formations, and you got Torrey Holt on one side, Isaac Bruce on one side. Remember Oz Hakeem?
Of course.
They put him in the slot.
Yeah.
All right. They gave Marshall Faulk and set him in motion, and now all of a sudden, Mike Martz is a mad genius drawing up all these plays, and the defense doesn't know who to cover.
You're outlining why it's hard for him to get in, because that's the number one knock against Torrey. He was a part of just a collection of great athletes.
Right, he's the 4th guy in that group.
But then
and it's probably tougher for the 4th
when
guy.
you examine
Marshall,
his career,
Kurt, and Isaac.
Yeah.
he didn't play with Kurt his entire career. He played with Mark. He played with a bunch of different guys, and his production never dipped. So that's how you have to present Torrey. The problem is there's more argument coming the other way. Well, he had Orlando, he had Marshall, he had this, he had that. Anybody could have done that.
I disagree.
We all know, but that's what's happened to the wide receivers.
I want to go back to something you said at the very beginning, where you're like, well, the numbers now are inflated because of the rules.
It's ridiculous now.
But that bums me out, because you're telling me that the guys that are going into those rooms to make those decisions are just looking at ProFootballReference.com. Oh, he doesn't have as much as this guy.
Some guys.
To your point, John.
Yeah.
Did you watch it or not?
Right.
Did you?
Can you tell the story of the greatest show on turf and not say the name Torrey Holt?
No.
No effing way.
No blanking way. And that's the part to me that's like, well, the numbers change. The numbers, should only be looked at in reference to their contemporaries, not what came before, not what came after, just in the era. What were they relative to their competition at the time? And did you see it? And do you remember the name?
Yes.
Could you go through and tell the story of the greatest show on turf without him? Not in a million years.
There is a little bit of a brouhaha going, or is it hullabaloo? Whatever AK used. Between
Dust up.
Michael Irvin and Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
So who would you say is the better receiver, Michael Irvin or Terrell Owens?
I think they both should be in the. Are they both in the Hall of
They're
Fame now?
both in the Hall of Fame.
T.O.
Both should be. I would say T.O.
Terrell's numbers they dwarf Michael's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Michael's got 3 wins.
T.O. is the best.
Correct.
T.O. is the best receiver on 3 different teams.
But there is an issue of era. I mean,
era and numbers. The numbers dwarf his.
In this, had Michael Irvin played,
Could
in
Michael
that
Irvin
era,
have done what he did in San Francisco, Philly, and Cincinnati the way that T.O. did?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But T.O. is T.O. was
Me, I think T.O.
unguardable.
might be the better receiver.
I do too.
Yeah.
And okay,
Yes.
Troy Aikman, pretty darn good.
Yep.
Who was T.O.'s best quarterback? McNabb?
McNabb.
Okay.
Until he threw up in the Super Bowl.
It's not Aikman level good.
No.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about receivers.
I'm
and Torrey.
friends with a guy named Eric Johnson, who was the tight end on those 49er teams when T.O. and Jerry Rice were the wideouts. And Johnson said the first day he got to practice, and he was the last player Bill Walsh drafted. So, and the reason he drafted him was he was an athletic tight end. He was like a tight end who could play wide receiver. So they would stick him at tight end, and he said, my first day of practice, I realized that T.O. and Jerry Rice run routes to an exact inch of where you're supposed to go. I went down, they go down 10 yards and turn left, and they go, you only went 9.5 yards. And he goes, okay. And then he goes again, he goes, you went 11 yards. And he went, yeah, but I caught it. He goes, doesn't matter. He goes, if we need 10 yards, watch Jerry. And he goes, now watch T.O. And T.O. would be like he was in a full sprint running down the field and then just cut at a certain point. And Jeff Garcia would zip him the ball and they'd get a first down. He goes, if you cut too soon, we don't get the first down. If you cut too late, it gets picked.
Yeah.
You have to run your route. And he said that those two guys, T.O. and Rice, were the best route runners he ever saw in the NFL, college, high school.
That's
he said,
what Mike Martz's big coaching point.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
He said that's why those guys are good. Their every detail is just boom, right on the mark.
Mike Martz's big coaching point when he used to yell at Kurt. He would coach Trent through Kurt. He would rip Kurt a new one. Don't fool the quarterback. If I say 10 and out, go 10 and out. If
Because
it's
he's
9,
throwing it to a spot.
He's throwing it to a spot. Don't fool the quarterback. You'll mess up the whole system. And it took a while to get that. Yeah.
Mace, I think you were there when the Rams hired Sean McVay.
Right.
They invited a handful of media people out, and I know Kirk and I went. And
Yeah.
did you? You were there.
I think
too.
I was. Yeah,
so
I was there as well.
Sean McVay was not Sean McVay yet. They just hired him. We didn't know.
It was a get
He
to
was
know
some
you.
31-year-old guy.
Right.
It was 2017.
Who is this kid?
Yeah, exactly.
And he did a little like kind of a chalk talk
Yeah.
thing where he's showing that, and he was saying, I want to show you guys 3 different things. He goes, this is the exact same play 3 different ways. This is the ball thrown where it needs to be. This is the ball thrown a yard off of where it needs to be, and this is where it's thrown 2 yards off of where it needs to be. This play where it's supposed to be, it's unstoppable. It's going to go for a first down every time. If this is executed perfectly, it cannot be defended. If it's thrown a yard off, it's kind of a 50-50 ball.
Well, you know what we're talking about.
And then he said the third ball was, he goes, guys, that's a pick 6.
Yeah, right.
He goes, and this is 2 yards. He goes, unstoppable, 50-50, pick 6.
Yep.
That's the level of precision.
Okay, you know what this is? It's the speech Al Pacino gives in any given Sunday. He goes, there are inches all around you.
All over this
And in
field.
this room, we fight for that inch. And I think if you look in the eyes of the people standing next to you, you'll find somebody that's going to fight for that inch. And they run out of the locker room and just kill them.
He showed 3 plays. Here's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Guy catches it, gets tackled, first down.
See,
Here's one, goes
so
either way.
In defense of Raheem Morris, right? Same thing, Sean McVay, only in reverse. Now, he would bet you that you can't go 12, 13 plays in a row without making a mistake.
Right.
Everybody hated bend but don't break, but that's the idea behind it.
You're going to miss by a yard eventually.
He's going to make a mistake, yes,
right.
and we're going to be there. That's the whole thing.
By the way, one thing I wanted to get to, we had a piece from Dan Orlovsky sound yesterday saying it's Matthew Stafford, Rams. Is that your sense of it
Matthew
now?
Stafford, Rams.
Like if he plays next year, it will be Rams and no one else.
We were just talking about that. Absolutely. Your window is wide open. You have to get Stafford back.
But the question we're asking is, could you see him quarterbacking somewhere else other than the Rams?
Pittsburgh would make a run.
Yeah, Orlovsky says 3 teams have
Pittsburgh,
inquired
Cleveland,
and the Rams have not engaged.
Cleveland doesn't scare me because he's not looking to go rebuild
and
something.
More. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and one more. Yeah.
Raiders
feel like the Raiders are a ways away, but that's kind of interesting.
He wants to go to a winner that's built now.
Pittsburgh and the Rams, as currently constructed, they're similar enough to make you go, okay.
Yeah. And solid coaches, good foundations.
And good defense. And just let's score enough and go from there.
I want Brock Purdy to sign his deal so we'll know.
Pamela Brown.
Pamela Brown.
Yeah, she's really good, too. She's like their best lead reporter.
Really?
And,
You have to flip on CNN for the first time in a while.
Yeah, you've also
see what's going
divorced that world, right?
I've checked out. For the
I've
most
checked
part.
out.
Politics?
Yeah.
No more drones?
Yeah. Are they back?
Drones. No drones. They were actually, they figured out what the drones were. They were commercially licensed drones that the federal government apparently knew about but didn't say about.
According to who?
According to the federal government.
Okay.
Pamela Brown.
Pamela
Brown told me.
Take their word for that.
And because of you, I see Waymos everywhere. I saw one
They're
on the freeway. I saw one on the freeway.
Have you been in one yet?
No.
Oh,
not yet.
Have you?
No, God, no.
Yeah.
You're going to though, right?
Well, it's like everything else. I let you try it for a year, and then if you're still alive, then I'll try
One
it.
thing I'll say about Waymo's cheaper. They're cheaper.
How much?
Is it really?
Is it like 20% cheaper?
I would say 25 to 30%.
Oh, that's a big difference.
And there's no tip at the end of it.
You're not paying the driver.
Hal from
Yes.
Hal 2001.
I don't know who you send the tip to.
By the way, if you die in a Waymo, how do people know you're dead?
You mean like drop dead in the
ambulance
Waymo?
finally catches up
how
to
does
this
the ambulance
steaming
Who
ball.
calls the ambulance?
Oh, you're
calls
talking
the
like you have a
ambulance?
heart attack.
Yeah.
It
I
gets
thought
to
you
the
meant like if the
destination.
Waymo
Yeah.
hit
Well, there
something.
is a
I can see it now. John Ireland, sportscaster, dies alone in Waymo from heart failure.
There is a button that you push.
Yeah.
If
Like
you
a
want to talk to a
911?
live
If you
person.
get to the destination and the door doesn't open, it's going to call somebody.
Right.
This guy ain't got out yet.
Yeah, press the button.
But in this
Somebody's
case,
taking
I could kick
controls.
the window out. In John's case, he's just dead.
know, he's just
It
gone.
just goes to the next destination, and there's the dead
Mason
guy.
orders Waymo. He opens the door, and I'm dead. I'm the seat.
Dead John.
Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
Sedano and